Hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back! Yes, I am back again. How you doing there, Bodine? Oh cripes, I need to turn my phone down. Jesus loud. Sorry about that. Right then, yes, so I am back. Obviously it is Wednesday once again, so I am here doing my little bit of farming as usual. Obviously, unfortunately due to my wife not being very well the other day, I wasn't able to stream on Monday, so yeah. Oh, it is what it is. But anyway, obviously yesterday the premium edition was released for everyone to try out. Obviously I have got it on here already. And I've already started using some of the equipment. Which is kind of nice. So obviously if you missed it on the weekend, there was an update to the map. So obviously we were up to update 15. It basically made the map ready for the release of the premium edition. So it basically allowed the additional crops to be added. So obviously if you haven't got it, make sure to get your mod folders which are updated, and obviously go to Mr. Dajnet's Twitch chat, enter !update 15 in his chat, and you'll get the download link from there as well. Hopefully at some point he may get his Trello updated with that to bring it all up to date. It would be quite nice. Hey there, Ghost DK, how's it going? Not in mine, in Mr. Dajnet's chat. And how you doing, Captain D431? Oh, hopefully all you guys are having a great last few days. But yeah, and obviously a good weekend. Yeah. Oh man, so what I'm basically going to be doing to start off with, I'm going to plough up this pond. I've basically drained the water out. I want to make it into a rice or a cranberry field. Did I try this Lonka map? Not yet. I do want to try it out. But I'm kind of busy on here, to be honest, at the minute. I really want to get some crops in, and then what I'll probably do is check it out properly. I've been watching Mr. Yosho Hin. I've been obviously Big Daddy Dave the other day. It is a lovely map, I will give it that, from what I've seen so far. Obviously the size of it's a little bit small, so I'm hoping it's going to be a base game map in the next farm sim. And obviously if that is the case, who knows, Mr. Dave Dajnet might actually look to expanding it to like a 4x maybe, and we'll have to see. But yeah, I am going to be trying it out at some point. But yeah, size wise is obviously kind of one of the issues. Now one thing to remember with these ponds, you can plough them up just quickly on the map. Mr. Dajnet did already say that the soil underneath is basically the same as what's in the bogs, but obviously do not plough up your clay, because yeah, you might have an issue later on. Yeah, it's me 430 on Discord. Yeah, I figured that out, and obviously yeah, welcome in as well, because obviously you're first time chatter, which is kind of cool. But obviously if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. I'll try my best and answer them. Oh, it's just been one of those, the last week or so, it's been total madness on Discord, on Facebook and everything, so yeah, I try and answer as many questions as I can and help you guys out. Must say Zelonka feels like a 4x. It's really okay. Yeah, on the streams it doesn't look that big, but yeah, obviously I will, like I said, I will try it out just to see what it's like. And yeah, how long I'll be on there, I don't know. What we'll probably do is next week, because obviously this week is mainly I want to focus on getting my crops planted on here. So maybe next week what I'll do is the 3 days that I usually stream, I'll maybe play on the Zelonka map, show that off a bit more, try and get into the production side, because I haven't really seen too many people doing the productions yet. Obviously the last week when Dave was showing off on early access, obviously there's a lot of fences and gates that's been added, which is quite nice. To be honest, I've already started using some of them on here already. Is that bad? So yeah, but yeah, I really want to get this sorted out first of all.
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
And how's it going there, Mr. Shawnee and Oppies? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I tried it for 2 hours, but it was way too small for you. Okay. Yeah, that's my train of thought. But yeah, I would like to obviously load it up. I know quite a few streamers are now streaming it, so I'm sure a lot of them have already got a lot of the information, if not most of it already. So, but yeah, I'll be checking it out at some point. But like I said, I'll probably do it next week and give it a try, see what it's like. So obviously, update-wise now, the map is pretty much sorted out. It's obviously the little bits here and there that may need still tweaking with the productions, with the map itself. So I could probably take a little bit of time off from streaming this map, PV Canyon Crossing. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully all you guys didn't have too many issues with obviously the update yesterday. I know a lot of people since last week have had issues loading their save games. It seems to be like their RAM is just not big enough on their computers to run it. So obviously there is two options you could do if you weren't aware. Obviously the first one is to go into your settings, your actually advanced graphics settings, and lower the texture rendering. That is one option you could try. Or you could try what I showed the other day, and that's basically go into your game XML, which is in your documents, my games, Farming Simulator 2022, look for your game XML, and then look for D3D underscore 12. All you have to do is literally change that 12 to an 11, save, and then load up your game, and you should be good to go. That's basically what I'm currently running, is the actual 11 version. It basically drops it from DirectX 12 to 11 graphics. You may see a bit of a issue straight away when you first load up. Frame rate drops. What best thing to do is just jump around your vehicles, draw in all those textures again, and you should be good to go. As you can see from me, I'm actually getting quite smooth. Even if I bring up the frame rates, it's bouncing between the red and the 15 because I've only just got the map reloaded. It's still pulled in all the textures and stuff around, but I can bounce around the map and it's a little bit later, and it will be up to the 20s, the 30s, and higher if need be. So it's not too bad. I'm not too worried about it. To be honest, it's very smooth for me. So I'd recommend that personally over the other version, the other way of doing it with the graphics settings. I did it myself just as a test. Obviously, you do use the DirectX 12, but I found it looked too much like Minecraft. So yeah, this is why I want to go the DirectX 11. I can run it on the highest graphics and I haven't had an issue, so it is what it is. So yeah, right, let's jump back to chat. So cause, I kind of want to get that out there for you guys, obviously, who don't get a chance to see streams, who are maybe watching this back on YouTube or later on. Give that a try and yeah, you should be good to go. Right, so fields are small but nice for the new crops. Yeah, talking about the new crops there, Ghost DK, and obviously glad you're doing well. Oppies loaded and only was using 2 gigabytes of RAM on the high settings. Yeah, I actually did a test. Obviously, I can actually run it with DirectX 12 on the highest, like Mr. Dajnet or Dave, without an issue. Obviously, one thing when it hits that 20%. It does shoot right up high with the 20 gigabytes. It is mental. That's basically drawing all those textures in on the factories, the map, the whole thing, and that's where the big issues is coming to. But it's only with 12. Obviously, if you drop back to 11, you should be good to go. I did it. I think the highest I got was about 7 gigs, so that isn't too bad. And obviously that's what I'm currently running now. So yeah, obviously for you guys out there and obviously playing the map and the game probably a bit more than I am, obviously play around. Maybe try that going into your advanced settings first, drop it down, see what it's like first of all. Obviously it's the texture rendering. You want to drop it from high to low. Give that a try first of all. Obviously load it up. If you don't like it, how it looks, then I would probably put it back up to high and then change it to the DirectX 11, sorry, Now, the reason I wanted the 11 is, sorry, I burped for a moment. Um, so, me personally, I like to see clear text like that. And I haven't got. Have I got a trailer over here still? Yeah. So when I loaded it in, obviously I could see everything. It was looking okay-ish. But then you start seeing things like this with obviously lowering the texture rendering. That literally looks like a whole load of blocks. You can hardly read the side of it. It's really horrible, to be honest, in my opinion. So that's why I've gone back to the 11 in high resolution and all that. And as you can see, I'm running pretty well. Obviously, in the farm, this area is actually the worst place for frame rates. Obviously, at the minute, I'm dropping down to 11, 12. But I do have a lot within this area, building wise. I've got animals right over the other side there. But obviously, the further out from this area I do get more, which is cool. The only other area I do get hit heavily with frame rates is near the centre, the vehicle shop, that area. I think it's just because of all the buildings that are there. Obviously, if it was more spread out, it may look a little bit better frame rate wise. But to be honest, it's smooth for me, and yeah, that is what I would recommend. And yes, and obviously I use Notepad++ for that. So if you didn't catch it the other day, let me go to desktop. Right, so what you want to do is go to your documents folder, and then it's my games folder right there. Double click on that, and then you got all your games in here. Obviously, I've got 17, 19, and 22. So click on your Farming Simulator 2022, and then just scroll down. And what you want to find is the game, not the game settings, the game XML. This one right here. Double click on that, and basically you can open it up in Notepad or Notepad++. I just do. Actually, let me close all of them in a minute. Easiest way. Obviously, I'm using Notepad++ because it literally lists the whole thing so simply. And what you want to look at is line 25. This one right here. It says render, then D3D11. Obviously, yours will say 12. You want to change that to 11 if you want to change the DirectX. Obviously, once you've changed it to 11, just hit the save button at the top. Close that down, load your game up, and you should be fine. Like I said, you will get some frame rate drops initially, but just go around and spend a little, maybe 10, 15 minutes just going around the map, fly around, tap through your vehicles, obviously spin that camera around, just literally go like this sort of thing, just in and out, inside and out, just pan it around, tap to the next vehicle, same thing again, so inside and out, and obviously that will basically help draw those textures in a little bit more. And obviously fly around. Once you've done all that, you should be pretty good. What I tend to do is save and then reload as well. That's something else that I do tend to do. It's not really needed, but that's what I do. One other thing as well to try is delete your. Come back into here a sec. Come into documents. While I think about it, if I come back into Farming Simulator folder, what you can also do is in your gym cache, delete anything that was in there, and then brought them back in. Same thing with these shaded caches. If you've got tons of these, you do not need them, because what can happen is the game will try and read from different files, and that's where you get your low graphics settings. So that's another thing to try. Obviously, I'm just keeping the latest one in there, so hopefully I shouldn't have any issues. Actually, I should have kept a few in the gym cache, but it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit. But yeah, let's see. Let's go back to Farm Sim. There we go, and I'll go back up chat just to double check I didn't miss too much there. Haven't tried Canyon Crossing since Giants updated yesterday. When it runs, but it loads off the map, it peaks at about 20. Yeah, obviously 20 gigabytes is a lot for some people who don't have that higher RAM, so that is where a lot of people do have the issues. But hopefully, Mr. Rusty, now that helps you out. If I need to run through that again, just let me know, and I will do. And how you doing there, Mr. Green Thumb Farmer? If Giants did it right, the peak on 20 gigabytes should go on your HD. if they don't have enough physics RAM. Yeah, exactly. But seemingly it's like it wasn't cached on the disk in the weekend. Don't know if that solved it with yesterday's update. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any issues. Obviously, I know when I loaded up yesterday after the update for adding the premium edition. Obviously, I did have frame rate drops. I just basically did the tapping through, drawing everything back in. Now, while I'm actually stopped here, actually, what I will just do quickly is give Mr. Green Thumb a shout out. GJR, there we go, there we go. Obviously, if you guys are not following Mr. Green Thumb Farmer, please do so. He's an amazing content creator. He's doing a lot of modeling at the minute. So if you want to see how some of these buildables are actually created, brought into the game and stuff like that, he's the guy to check out. He's kind of like, almost like getting, and I'm going to say it, but I think he's going to be very similar to Shy Wizard, I think, eventually. Obviously, he's still learning a lot, so he's getting there. He's doing some positive, great things out there at the minute, but definitely check him out. And yeah, so one thing I did want to check, because obviously going on about the premium expansion, obviously, yes, I'm on Canyon Crossing. You can run it with or without it, bear that in mind. I do know that somebody on Facebook is having issues running Canyon Crossing with it, even though they've updated. I'm not sure what's going on there. They can't get the game to load, basically. But what I have done, so field 53 is now a carrot field. I've literally just had the hired helper finish flattening that. Obviously, I do need to just get the ends just to make sure. Bouncing over, I am going to be getting rid of these hops. I've already made a start on it. For some strange reason, they just didn't grow. I have no idea. I think something in the last update may have screwed them. I don't know. Or something that I've done has messed them up completely. So yeah, I'm getting rid of these. I'm going to replant them next year. But obviously, thankfully, I did place those other ones down, and they are actually growing already. The ones along here. At some point, I do need to get in here and actually get them harvested. That's the other orchard trees. Now, obviously, I don't know if I showed it off last week, but I did create 2 fields at the end of the orchards for the specific task to basically grow the red beets and the parsnips in. I've already got the red beets in. It took me around about 5 hours to do a small plot. Let me tab over here a sec. So this is the fields here. Actually, let me go. So just to show you. So obviously I did go through. I did actually plough it. I limed it. I left the stones on. It's a small-ish field. But obviously I've got the ridges in there first, and then planted using obviously the premium items, that little thing right there for planting. And obviously I'm working on this field next, which is going to be the parsnips. Now obviously if this guy's finished, I might get a chance to show some of this off. It's kind of cool. It does work great on here actually. Takes a little bit of a while, that is one thing to bear in mind. But even with this small 6-meter stuff, it's not that bad. Obviously if you've got some other jobs to do, you can just get these guys, especially this guy, you can just get him going and leave the hired helper to go. From there, obviously one thing, because obviously the capacity on the little seeder is so small, it's like 32 litres. You do have to stop, refill quite a lot. One thing I do want to test out is whether or not it will accept seeds from like a front hopper. So I've got the horse hopper right here, which I will test out maybe a little bit later to see if it actually runs the seeds into that. So yeah, so I opened it with WordPad and was able to change it. Good, Mr. Rusty. Now hopefully you'll be able to get your save game to run a lot smoother doing it that way. But yeah, what's really strange, and you probably noticed it, obviously in this field there's 2 textures. Obviously this is actually all seeded, but for some reason there's a little patch right in the center here. It goes all the way up to round about there, roughly. I thought it was a bug initially. Now, after realizing what it was, is where the old field used to be. So from here going across to right about here and down, that was actually the original field 47. For some reason, that foliage is now showing. I don't know why. I'm hoping after this harvest, um, it will correct itself, and I'm probably going to get the exact same down here. I'm going to probably have a patch of leaves, or dead leaves or something there. But yeah, I'll have to get to that at some point. But yeah, it's weird how this didn't grow. It's showing green. It's growing now, which is really weird. So let me jump over there just a sec, because obviously that was actually showing a different texture earlier. I wonder if that's fixed it. I might be able to just to extend it back out. Let me go back on there. Ba -ba -da -ba -da. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, this is literally all I have. Oh, it's actually corrected itself. Okay, that's weird. Interesting, interesting. That seems, whatever I did, just removing a few, it seems to have kicked that back into gear. But the only problem is it is now one growth state behind, which is, yeah, crazy. I think I might leave that. See if I can get away with harvesting that. We'll see how that is. If not, I'll just delete them. But I'll leave that there. Did the update mess the map up? Nope, Jason. The map is good. The map's already set out to accept the 2 out of the 3 new crops. Also, we've got carrots already on here. Thankfully, the way that Giants did it, it basically injects the crops into the maps. And this actually goes on to any map if you have the DLC, so the premium. So you can literally load up your base game maps. Any modded map should accept the 3 new crops. Obviously on this one we've already got carrots, but yeah, the red beets are on here. The parsnips are on here. Actually, I've already got that field done with the red beets. Obviously, I need to get the parsnips done later. But yeah, the map is good to go. I've got no errors. I do have a couple of warnings from the DLC, so bear that in mind. Obviously, if I scroll up, I'll show you them, because I know some people are a little bit finicky on warnings and errors, so if I show it off during the stream, it's nothing to worry about. It's just one of those foliage layer things where they're a little bit too high. Obviously, there's so much on this map, it's quite a long log, so we'll get to there in just a second. But yeah, how you doing there, Jason? Actually, literally just before I went live, I got a message through from Mr. Grits Fan. Obviously, he's streaming, and yeah, his text to speech program he's running changed language. It was actually speaking in French or something, or Arabic, and he couldn't understand a single thing anybody was saying. So yeah, trying to point him in the right direction was kind of hard, but we got there eventually, literally with about a minute or so to spare. Need the DLC? Yes, obviously if you want the 2 new crops on here, yep, you will need obviously the DLC. But obviously it does add in a lot of placeables and obviously productions as well. Now, one thing to bear in mind, and obviously thank you very much for the follow there, Logan Riley 5, for the follow. Much appreciated, bud, and welcome in. Somebody did ask the other day a question: will the premium products be added into the factories? The answer is simple: no, not at the minute. Obviously, if that was to happen, everybody would need the DLC to play the map. So Dave's going to leave them separate, just in the DLC. But obviously, if you do have the DLC, you can run the map with it or without it. It's literally up to you. Obviously, the equipment at the minute is quite small, but plans are in place for some seeders to be edited to add in the new crops. I've got a harvester that's already set up to accept the red beets and parsnips. I've got to test it though. So there is that as well, guys. So don't worry, there is more bigger equipment coming out. So yeah, if you see this, so just going back to the log, if you see these warnings, let me come down so you can actually see them. So this is actually being brought in from Giants DLC, basically. It's just some foliage layers. They're a little bit bigger than they should be. Hopefully they'll get it fixed in time. And yeah, Oh, I was kind of hoping that they'd actually have it fixed before the release, but yeah, if you see that popping up, don't worry about it. Apart from that, obviously Alcoa still has the 2 warnings on here, plus the ride trains if you're using it, the animal trailer has warnings. Apart from that, it should be completely clean. Obviously, I will go up through, while it's going through, um, just a quick one, obviously with this last update, um, Cargill was updated to remove the chicken feed. I know a lot of you guys probably think, oh yeah, I like the chicken feed. It's actually not needed anymore, but you get the idea anyway. But yeah, so obviously when you do up the update, you will get a filter warning. Obviously, just save, reload, and it'll get rid of it. And Mr. The Vink, thank you very, very much for the 10 bits. I'm not sure why my alerts didn't go off for that. That's very, very weird. I didn't hear it at all in either of my ears. Let me just double check that everything is turned on. Cloudbot on there? Yes, he is. Cool. Very weird. But yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Miss Billy Kawaka, and great that you helped Gritzfan. Yeah, it's to be honest, I didn't know the program myself, but I actually ended up grabbing it myself, having a look in, going through. But yeah, it was once I seen exactly where it goes, it was a really, really easy, done and dusted, exactly. Oh, peace. You've been around here far too much. Oh, jeez. I'm trying not to say done and dusted too quickly, but yeah, if you guys do not follow Mr. The Vink 1972 on Twitch, make sure to go over, give him a follow. Obviously, he's playing this map. He seems to be enjoying it quite a lot. I know he was streaming, I think it was earlier or yesterday. I totally didn't get a chance to go over and check him out and see how he's getting on. But yeah, definitely go over, check him out. Say hi when you're in chat as well. Same with anybody that gets a shout out. If you've given them a follow, at least go over, say hi, and yeah, please believe it or not, it can lift someone's spirits. If they're feeling a bit down and they're streaming, you can actually hear it in their voice. If you actually say hello, how you doing, and interact with them, it actually lifts them up a little bit. So yeah, you like it a lot? Yeah, cool. Yep, there we go. So anyway, I'll get back to doing the parsnips later, hopefully. If not, I'll probably leave it till Friday. Obviously, just going back to obviously the red beet. So that small field that I did, or smallish field, took me around about 4.5 hours to do, to seed it basically. Seed-wise, it didn't use as much as I thought it would. I actually counted it as I was going. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There. So I basically it had 12, well, 11 fills. The last one wasn't quite full, but overall I only used 362 litres of seed to do that field, so not a lot. It's less than like a bag. It's like, wow. So one bag would, if obviously the parsnips are the same, 1 litre bag of seed in the store will do both of my little fields there, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, you're very, very welcome. So yeah, really kind of cool. One thing I did notice with the carrots though, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed. If you come into the crop calendar and scroll down to carrots, so there's the carrots there. If I can show you, so obviously it's currently showing March to April for seeding. Now on the Giants website, it does state April, March, and June to marry in with obviously the red beets. So for some reason, the DLC hasn't updated the crop calendar for carrots. I have messaged Dave about it. As always, he's probably not even looked at the message, so if I ever get in chat with the little bugger, I'm going to be telling him about it. But yeah, it should marry in with this. So there may be another update coming at some point to correct it so that it marries in with the red beets and the parsnips, and obviously the giants. Now, just a quick one for anybody who hasn't done red beets, carrots, or parsnips. Let me bring this across a sec. Now, on the Giants website, you can actually come in here and actually go to tutorials, This is basically the Farming Simulator Academy. If you've never looked at this before, it is very full of information, especially for all you guys who are quite new to the game. If you actually scroll down, you can actually read through all of these game basics, what to do about this, that, and the other. If you come down to where it says Crops 101, this literally lists all the different crops that are on the map, base game map, I should say. This is. But as you can see, it's also added in how to sow and harvest your carrots, your parsnips, and your red beets or beetroots, which is kind of cool. Okay, no worries then, Dave. Cool. And how you doing? How's Ark doing? I thought he might have been lurking, but I didn't want to call him out. But yeah, if you guys are not following Mr. Dashnet, obviously he was the creator of Canyon Crossing. Go over and give him a follow, guys, and catch him when he does stream. I know later on today he should be streaming. Obviously yesterday he streamed a bit of Fishing Planet, doing some of the competition stuff. But yeah, definitely go over. If you've got any issues, try and point it his way a bit more. Yeah, basically the last few days. But yeah, like I said, there is a lot of information on here. So if I just even click into here, obviously right here it tells you about the carrots themselves. Obviously this is going to be more on other maps now, I guess. Obviously yield wise you're going to be looking at around about 77,000 litres per hectare, which I think is quite a lot. Average selling price on a base game map, you're looking at around about $396. So that's going to be what, per litre? 10 litres of seeds are going to be used per hectare. So 10, 20, 30. So that was about 36. I don't know. I was down good at maths, but quite a bit of hectares on that little field. Growth stage or durations 4 months. Obviously planting April through July, and then harvest August through November. So yeah, and obviously that's actually the same information for all three crops. So, but yeah, just scroll on down. It tells you what you need to use. So obviously you got your rotary hiller there. You got your sowing machine, your hose for getting your weeds. Obviously you got fertilize, and then obviously when you get to that point, you got your different types of harvesters. Some can go straight direct into tipped into a trailer. Some of these harvesters will actually unload into a crate, which is a good idea, I think. As far as I'm aware, at the minute they don't auto-load, but who knows? There may be an update coming to allow that. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to. Okay, I know it's small equipment, but I'm looking forward to using some of this stuff a little bit more later on, especially these harvesters and checking them out. And obviously, I'll probably do that more next week on the Zelonka map. But anyway, back to my game. I've got a pond to plough. So, but yeah, that's interesting that that's kind of almost reset them. If I'd done it a little bit sooner, I might have been able to get them grown already. But anyway, so obviously I've got this field here currently being sown with some poppies, which is going to need to be topped up again in a minute. So I do need to get a seed tender up here. So let me jump over here first of all and get that sorted out before I start carrying on with ploughing. One thing I did end up doing, and you've probably noticed in the background there, I did remove my little house and dog kennel that I had for a sleep trigger and just put down a normal house. Hopefully this has got seeds in it. I might need to tip this out and refill it, but it is what it is. I thought as much. Right, so let's do that. There we go. Let's turn that around and we'll get that unloaded and get some seeds put into here. Now I do know a couple of people have mentioned about this little silo. This is one I've created myself, just mainly for putting lime and seed and stuff into it, and I can get it a little bit easier. So, and it's private at the minute. I have no plans on putting it out to you guys, unfortunately. So sorry. Right. But yes, here we go, here we go. Lots to do, too much not enough time. There we go, there we go. But yeah, so out of all you guys so far, I know some of you guys have commented already on the new map and stuff. Are you going to be using it? Are you going to try the equipment out, try the new map out yourselves if you haven't already? Obviously the premium is free with the season 2 pass if you got that already. And also currently, actually I have no idea what the price is on Giants. Let's have a quick look. DLC. Obviously, at the minute, it is $20 for anybody who wants to purchase it separately. Now, obviously, there was also I mentioned the other day the Case IH Farmall an anniversary pack was released with those 2 new tractors, and yeah, I don't know about that either. I'll probably end up getting it, but not quite yet. There we go. That's fine. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, a little bit of stutter in there. I'm not sure why that is. I might have to do a quick reload. We'll see. But yeah, all my animals, I'm really happy to say, are aging very, very well. And yeah, I've got lots of poop being produced. So at some point I do want to try and use that on maybe some fields as a additional option for fertilizer. That's already filling up. I got my load of cats over to Tashi Cats already. Yesterday actually it was. I took them over, so I should be getting some morale out of them at some point. Obviously, once the dogs get old enough and I've had at least a litter of puppies from them, I'm going to look into taking the older ones over for support. Hey Thomas, how's it going, bud? To me, the Farmall pack was more interesting than the Platinum DLC, Premium DLC. Oh, you are terrible, Mr. Bodine. But yeah, obviously that case one is, yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, definitely grab it. I'll probably end up getting it anyway. Obviously I do have a area, trying to think which one was it. I think it's this farm down here. I think it was that one I said was going to be case. So if you want to get down to here, I'll be utilising at least the bigger of the 2 tractors. Not sure about that small one. I'll probably have it maybe just to potter around around the farm, and yeah, we'll see. There we go. But yeah, I've got literally this field to finish off. I've got that field over there still to seed. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there yet. I was kind of thinking maybe peanuts or something like that. Just being honest, yeah, I know. I don't know, I haven't really got the peanut factory up and running yet, so... where are you over there? I'll have to look. Maybe some tobacco, actually. And I've got a few bales left on the tobacco, so I might just do that way. But yeah, obviously on the top of the ridge there is obviously my sugarcane field. It's, yeah, obviously went through, I herbicided it, and yep, it's good to go again. At some point I do need to get up there and fertilise. Let's see if I can get into you. Might have to just jump in and stop you. Whoa, cripes. Stop. The power of the mind. There we go. Right, let's... X. I'm only kidding. Nope, hang on, don't want to do that. I want to open that up. Open. Open. N, thank you very much. And we'll do the front one at the same time. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that with those smaller seeders, this little front piece will work with it. I will find out hopefully later on. But yeah, I was getting literally about a 1 row in a bit, and then had to stop and reload. But yes, yeah, I started playing on the Zelonka map last night. And how are you liking it, Mr. Thomas? Obviously, definitely think I am more of a big map person, so like 4x and bigger. But yeah, I definitely want to try it out at least once. Obviously, I've played a lot. Well, I don't know, what it was about a month and a half on the Silver Run when that came out, so that was kind of nice. And Ranger 2009, thank you very much for that follow. Much appreciated and welcome in as well. Let's see if I can get you down a bit. I still need to actually invest in, obviously, the old Homer for up here as well. I've still got it down in the bog. I may just end up bringing it up here. It's probably going to be an easier option. And then sort of switch this down there. There we go. Turn you off. Oh, let me turn that off because that's going to... I keep forgetting it's on there. Right, so... Oh, GVB. And we'll get you going again. There we go. Cool. But I need to go back into the map and make sure that they're hidden again. And still I'm on what I want to do with 45. Obviously, at the minute it is still alfalfa. Do I leave it as alfalfa and then just venture into doing something else afterwards? I don't know. Come on. How you doing there, Mr. Vortex? Righty, Mr. Thomas says, doing farm manager, I bought a carrot field across the street from the starter farm. Nice. Hello, kitty cat. Hello, sweetie. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Meow. No? uh, it's kind of nice to see our little cat coming back out again. Obviously with Terra Cat now finally gone. Yes, I think I mentioned the other day, obviously my daughter's cat has finally been rehomed, unfortunately, so yeah, she's been able to get out and about a little bit more. Right, let's get this set up. There we go, good enough. I do love using guidance steering. Dungu started my carrot field after the update. Ah, okay. Yeah, I decided just to do it the old-fashioned way, with the old seeder. And yeah, obviously I am working on obviously parsnip field next. Obviously using some of the new equipment. Obviously if you haven't seen it, so in the store itself there is two new categories, one under the vehicles. Obviously under the vehicle one you only get the DeWolf, the self-propelled one. With that there is no capacity, bear that in mind. So when you are harvesting with using this, you will need to be there to directly unload it. It's a bit of a pain. The other stuff is going to be under tools and vegetable technology right there, and obviously you've got a whole array of harvesters, your seeders, your mulches and all that rubbish here as well. Also I ended up grabbing one of these ones here and the 6-meter seeder to go with it. So that's what I'm currently using. Obviously this one here makes the ridges, and then obviously this plants it, and then I'm going to be looking at these later on. Now I'm not sure which one. I'm probably going to end up with this one, the single row. But obviously one thing with this, it does have the crates that can be purchased and loaded direct into. So that is probably the one I'm going to end up using. Let me get that spun around. And I'm hoping Mr. Dave did do the ponds the way as he promised. Otherwise I'll be slapping him. Oh, only kidding. Yeah. Alright, I'm harvesting with the roper. Ah, okay. Yeah, obviously that's one nice thing is Dave did test that the other day during early access. The current roper will harvest the new carrots as well, which is really kind of cool. Saves a little bit of an edit, but I'm imagining there is probably going to be an update coming at some point for the roper to also include the two new products, or the crop should say. I've already actually gone through with this harvester right here and added in the red beets and obviously the parsnips. Obviously I do need to test whether I'm going to need to top them or not. I'm hoping not, the way that it's set up. And obviously I don't believe the top with obviously the equipment that comes with the premium, so I should be good to go just using that rear part. But yeah, obviously I need to do a quick proper test on it to make sure it works and the textures are coming through. Obviously if there's no textures, that's going to be the big issue with that. Otherwise you might have to have just white ones, so we'll see. But yeah, we will see, guys, we will see. But yeah, I've been rather busy, real life stuff going on, so yeah. But yeah, how you doing there, Mr. Ranger 2009? Welcome in, bud. Oh, my phone stopped. Why are you stopped for? Play. There we are. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'm probably going to end up putting cranberries in this field. I'm not going to worry about picking up the stones this time around. I just need to get them in the ground before the end of April, really. So I've got today in game and tomorrow. How you doing there, Mr. KW? Welcome in, and hopefully you're having a great time, sir. But yeah, I do like the look of that. Some of these. To be honest, like this thing, this is great. This one is. I know it's a single row, but I do love the option of having the 4 crates on the side of that. That is kind of cool. Obviously, if they did a double version, it'd be quite even better. But there was that one. I don't think that one does, to be honest. Obviously, that is a 2 row and a direct unload, so no crates with that one. I do need to keep an eye on this dude because it's on a small turn there. But yeah, at some point I need to get some of that pile picked up because I ran rather low. I didn't pick up enough last year, so my brick factory is shut down over the winter period. Just going back into here, let's have a look. Try and look at the ones that would have a crate on the side. I think it was possibly that one had it as well, but I think it was either 2 or 2 or 3 of them have the crates that can be added onto them. I don't think it's that one. Possibly that one, because obviously you've got the spout on the side there. But yeah, obviously I'll fully check them all out next week and then choose which one I'm probably going to run on here. But yeah, probably going to be that 4 crate one, which is quite nice actually. And obviously at some point I do want to check the productions out as well. Now one thing I did do that I haven't mentioned yet, let me turn this around, is I've kind of started setting up a small small farm area for doing those beets and parsnips. It's literally right in the bottom over here. So where this tractor is at the minute, I've cleared a little area in this bottom corner. Got a couple of sheds there at the minute for the equipment to go into, obviously once I've finished doing those fields. And how are you doing there, Mr. Viking Streaming? Bought the piano factory, the soup, and the preserve factories. I think I'm going to sell the preserves and get the potato factory for chips, and no animals yet. Okay, Mr. Thomas, so you're actually steaming quite on ahead. That is very, very cool. Gonna sell the triple soup the most, as it sells out of. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I literally haven't looked at any of the productions yet. Obviously, I've just seen what is in the Big Daddy's stream the other day. But yeah, with the piano factory, that's kind of cool. It's almost set up the same way as the Bolt sell point, or whatever you want to call it, production is on Silver Run map, where you add in the product, and then it builds it, and then it sort of gets rid of it and starts anew. It's really kind of cool. So you've always got something coming in and going, and I'm guessing once obviously that piano is completed, you get some money. I'm not sure yet, but obviously that can be run on any map, which is kind of nice from the looks of it. There we go, there we go. Let me get turned round. There we are. Right, let me go back to sales for the highest. Right, okay. Yeah, I haven't even looked at. No, obviously, one thing as well to bear in mind: if you have the container pack by Hispano Modding or the Flat Rack, from what I would imagine is you don't need to worry about doing any edits. The products should go into them automatically, like you would normally on PV Canyon Crossing, with that little edit that I've showed previously. I do need to do a test because I know Team Miller messaged me the other day asking if it works, and as far as I'm aware, as long as they're registering to the product category, they should be fine to go. Let's go back. So good in yeah, not too bad by the way, not too bad. Thanks, Ranger. I noticed there was a bug with the steel mill on the map. What bug are you referring to there, Ranger? Out of interest, because obviously I've got it up and running, and so far I've had no issues. Pretty good. Started a new save game on PVCC, so enjoying life at the moment. Not too bad, thanks, Viking. Not too bad. And how come you started afresh, or is it just you wanted to put your own twist on it? So not sure. Well, a new PVCC. It could be a new PVCC. I wouldn't want to restart on this one, that's for sure. I've got like over 800 hours on this save game, and I really don't want to go back to the beginning. Yeah, obviously, guys, if you're not following Mr. Viking streaming, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. I know he's not streamed much recently. Obviously, he's a lot of real life stuff going on, work, family, and stuff like that. But yeah, go over and check him out when he does go live. And how are you doing, Mr. Matt?
Oh, I'm doing okay, Billy. How are you been?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. How is your favorite moderator? uh, Alright, let's see. So, Mr. KW is doing okay. Thank good. Glad to hear it. So I've put in building materials and it used them to make products and stopped building. Oh, cripes. Yeah, the best thing to do if you do have that happen, deactivate all product lines in the menu. Obviously, one thing you will need to probably do now, depending on the build, is actually raise the products up over the trigger to get the products back in. Obviously, that is one issue, yeah. That has actually I never had that issue, which was interesting.
I actually had Billy before, and I've seen it, and I had to do that. I had to basically lift everything up. So,
Yeah.
like Billy and Dave explained, their Rangers, as you're putting things in there, the trigger raises, and unfortunately, when you put the in the production chain, if you don't kill everything, it will try to fill up if you have, any of the coal or anything like that already in a already in there, it will start building automatically, but it won't build the building until you finish building the building. So it's
Yeah.
really weird.
So what? Yeah, what I'd recommend. This is for anybody just starting out on the map. Obviously,
I gotta go check
Ranger.
on something, Billy. I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay. Come into your production menu, find your steel mill, and basically turn all these lines off first of all. Because obviously, what will basically, in essence, happen is if something needs metal to make, which it shouldn't actually in here. Um, for example, um, yeah, actually no, none of the input products should work. I'm trying to think what's in there. Yeah, that shouldn't actually start producing anything because nothing in the build menu is used unless it's the nails possibly. I don't know. But yeah, what you'll probably find is you will have this here, these two lines. Unfortunately, these cannot be removed, but ignore these here, okay? Um, with the way it's done with the buildables now, unfortunately, we cannot hide those build lines. It's a pain, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, just make sure that this is all turned off when you're putting products in. But yeah, nothing in the build menu. Let me just have a look and double check. should produce in this factory. The only issue you may find is if these are set to distribute, or the output should say, are set to distribute, there is the option or possibility that these two will actually distribute out of the factory, which could be the issue. Let me see. One sec, but yeah, let's see. But yeah, obviously once that factory does, or any of the factories or the bridges start building, the trigger that you unload into will raise up, causing the issue. So what you want to do is basically get everything in at the same time, or if you're just doing it a little bit at a time, load it up all bar one line to 100% and then get that last product in all at the same time. So bear that in mind. So let me just check the steel factory builder a minute. Steel factory. I'm pretty sure nothing in there should be produced in. So brick, glass, metal. Obviously metal is made in there. You only need 50,000. Obviously that isn't going to be coming back out or used in the production, should say. Shingle pipe is another one that's in there. Obviously that won't get used again, but yeah. So make sure that these are maybe deactivate these or set these on store temporarily. Obviously deactivate that line until it is fully built. But yeah, if somehow this is ended up on distributing, that's probably what's happened. It's been sent off somewhere else. So yeah, just keep this on storing. Keep these turned off for the minute until it's fully built. Obviously, I can actually go over to mine. Let me visit here. And yep, it will. Actually, I can show you if I hit the old F5 key. Right there is the actual trigger. So depending on where your build is already, Mr. Ranger, you may still be able to get products in. If it's set up too high, you may have to go into easy developer controls, go into flight mode, and actually try and spawn the triggers products in above it and do it that way. But if it's not too high, you could use a telehandler or something like that just to get up and over. But yeah, that's what that little box is. That's the unload trigger. It's only 10 meters, yeah, about 10 meters up in the air-ish, I don't know. But yeah, it is a pain, and a few people have had the same issue, but there is workarounds. Actually, while I think about it as well, I could show you. Actually, I can't do it in here. I do have a bridge actually currently being built. There was one at the bottom end of the map that I hadn't built yet. It was one of those projects I kind of finally got through to doing yesterday, or the day before. So for example, obviously I've got the bascule bridges, so I needed a few extra products into this. As you can see, it is building slowly. Nice, thank you, Mr. Green Thumb Farmer. But obviously, when you first come over here with the bascule bridges, the trigger should actually be down here at ground level. Now, obviously, if I click on here, and you can just about make it out right here, this little yellow box, you can just about make it out. It's slowly making its way upwards, and that's what basically happens with a lot of people. They'll start putting products in. Obviously, I'm clever enough. I got it all in one hit, or at least two hits. Obviously, the trigger, once you've got each of the products in, will raise up. But yeah, like I say, try and leave one product empty until you've got 100% of all the rest in there. So for example, if you were doing the bascule bridges, so looking at that list there, obviously the glass prefab walls are 5,000, so I'd probably look at leaving at least one of them till very last empty. So obviously focus on your concrete, your barriers first, your metal, your pipes, get all them in up to 100%, and then get these last one all in at the same time. And yeah, I'm clever, and I thought I'd just sort of put that out there. I am occasionally clever. But the same thing with any of the factories. So for example, well, what other ones have I got going at the minute? Did I get any others building? No, because I've got Green Thumbs Now's built. I'm trying to think if I had any others. I think that was the only other one I had going at the minute. I haven't got the Pizza Factory yet, so I can't really show that. Cargill, no. Campbell's, no. Yeah, so that's what I would definitely recommend, is make sure that you get each line to 100%, but obviously that last one, just leave it empty. Just choose whichever one you want, whatever is the lowest is usually the best option, and go from there. But yeah, I need to get this field done. And how are you doing, Norwegian, say? Um, Hopefully you're having a great day and with your lack of sleep. Only slept for 4.5 hours today. Oh jeez, or tonight. Had to stay home for school. Luckily I got some sleep now finally. Yeah, obviously one nice thing is obviously if you, and obviously this is for anybody, if you do suffer from sleep, try and maybe get an hour power nap throughout the day. So yeah, well right then, so let's bounce back, chat, and see what's going on there once I've turned around, because I'm missing a few comments, guys. You're talking far too quickly today. And Norwegian, thank you very much for that follow, much appreciated. And obviously, welcome into the chat. Obviously, if you've got any questions about the map, obviously the premium expansion that just came out recently for Farm Sim, or anything about the game, you're more than welcome to ask. I'll try and obviously answer it if I can. So right then, so well, well, 2 reasons. Wanted to try something new. So obviously this is from Mr. Viking Streaming, so I'm just going back there quickly. And at the same time help out a friend that was struggling with PV Canyon Crossing. So started a new save game, he started a new save, so we are moving along, and he can get a bit of inspiration from me. Nice one! Very, very good. Cool. But yeah, obviously that is one option as well. If you have somebody who wants to play the map, isn't sure about it, obviously you're more than welcome to maybe help them out, guys, as well. Obviously, like Mr. Viking did, he actually created a new save game just to help somebody he knows play the map and understand it, get a bit of inspiration. And also another thing is watching these streams is a good way of getting answers, Q&A and stuff like that. Obviously myself, Viking, Dajnet, even Mr. MP7 Reaper, obviously he's playing the map. He's like religiously playing the map. Yeah, he knows a lot. Obviously Brew Crew, oh, speak of the devil, plays the map. I'm sure he knows a bit about it as well by now. So all of us can help you out throughout the streams. Even if we're not streaming the map, you can ask questions. And obviously if you're not following Mr. Brew Crew, click on that link and give him a follow. But yeah, how you doing there, Mr. Brew Crew? Fancy a cuppa? I'm gonna be... Actually, I've got a cold coffee here, so I'm going to take a quick swig of that because Mr. Viking did suggest it. So thank you very much, Viking, obviously for the stretch, and the hats off as much as well. But yeah, if you're not following Mr. Reaper, Brew Crew, or any of the guys getting shouted out, make sure to click on the links and give them a follow, guys. Yeah. There we go. Coffee finished. But yeah, there's Mr. Dashnet. Right, so yeah, right, I felt kind of bad for staying home. Felt like I was skipping school, but I guess that... Yeah, that's no problem. Cool, right. There we go. Obviously, skipping school is never a good thing, but every now and again, yeah, it's not too bad. Especially if you're feeling a bit down, it's not good to be in school at the same time. But anyway, moving on. Dang cable is so fast, or maybe I think you're getting slow, Mr. Viking. But to be honest, I think Mr. KW's probably got like a button box or something set up with everybody's stream names, just hit a button and shouts it out. He's even beaten me by literally milliseconds at times. It's mental how fast he can be at times. But it's good to see that he's keep going. God, you wish. I'm surprised you don't, to be honest. But yeah, there you go. All right, okay, yeah, no worries, cool. Righty. Hi guys, only drank tea. To be honest, I cannot stand tea, Brew Crew. Um, when I was a kid, obviously, yes, I drank a lot of tea because obviously that's what my parents drank. But when I became a chef, um, that kind of went out the window, and I ended up started drinking coffee black, and then black with sugar. Now I do it standard, which is black. Well, no, white with two. So that's how I have my coffees. And obviously, Mr. Jurge 53 UK and Mr. Prom, how are you both guys doing? Welcome back in. So that's that. So what I want to do is get that limed next quickly. This dude should be pretty much finished, and I'll get a roller onto that at some point later on today. Da, 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 da. But yeah, most people in the UK probably drink coffee over tea nowadays, because it is that little bit easier to drink and make and keeps you going. Right, so that's fine. I got a bit of a... It's a very early actually. I wonder if I can pump it on in a little... Actually, there's nothing going on, so let's pump this up a bit just to clear some of that early morning haze on the map. We'll take it to right about 10 o'clock-ish, be about right. Looks like it's got a beautiful day on the map actually, so it's kind of nice. The last couple of actually in-game days it's been very, very wet. So I'm hoping my oil rigs will, or pump jack should say, have produced a lot of products from there. Obviously crude oil is a must at the minute. It's, yeah, needed desperately. I want more and more plastic. Actually, just out of curiosity, I know some people have mentioned about it. Have you guys, during any of the updates recently, lost a factory or a couple of factories on the map for some weird reason? Reason I ask is somebody on Facebook, actually, I think a couple of people have mentioned that actually recently, with some of these updates that have come out, they've lost certain buildings like the PMS building, the Stone Crusher's been lost. It's really kind of weird. Actually, yeah, I haven't lost mine yet. Mine's still here. So I don't know. I think what it could be is that they've just accidentally deselected the PMS in the mods list. I have no idea, but yeah, they've loaded up and factories are missing and stuff like that. It's really kind of strange. And obviously, I was wondering if anybody else had the same issue. Obviously, the person who mentioned about PMS recently has literally just done the update 15 update, so and lost it. It's weird. You've not noticed it? Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if when they've gone through their mods, they've just accidentally deselected it. That's probably what they've done and saved, and then thought, oh crap, and then yeah, not realised. Right, so I've started playing on the premium map. So there's Mr. Brew Crew is playing the Zelonka map. Very, very cool. And hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Zelonka, I think it's pronounced. It's a nice to play with 60 frames for a change. Well, yeah, that's very, very true. Oh, those are the golden days, hey. Actually, I've got this right here. Yeah, obviously next week I will be checking out the Zelonka map. Obviously this week I really want to get finished off on getting crops in on this map. But what I'm probably going to do with it is look into a small run through, just check the map out. Obviously if you guys have got any questions about the map, I'll try and see if I can get them answered. So yeah. Yeah, I had that yesterday, Brew Crew. Which mod was it? Hang on a sec. Do you have at the FS22 show fill type name mod? If you do, remove it or deactivate it for the minute. It does not like the new red beets and parsnips from Giants since the update. I had to deactivate it. Basically, all it does is when you're in a seeder for example, on where my lime or should say the seed down here, it gives a little name. Um, yeah, that's basically what the mod does. If you've got it, deactivate it for now. Keep an eye on Mod Hub for an update. Basically, what happened for me, and this happened twice before I even realised what was going on. I was connecting to this seeder, and it's literally as soon as I was connecting to it, all these Lua callsack errors and warnings were going woo woo woo. It's like Jesus. So yeah, I looked at the log, narrowed it down to that mod. So yeah, if you've got it, get rid of it, not or deactivate it at least for the minute. So it's the show fill type name mod. Yeah. So yeah, take it off for the minute until it gets an update. Hopefully, I really hope they do an update with it. So fingers crossed. And oh, let me see. So yeah. Actually, you've got a roller on you, haven't you? I can use that later on. That's fine. So I was going to grab the lime, wasn't I? Lime. I keep getting distracted. Stop distracting me, peeps. I picked up the flickered roller. I don't want the roller yet. Where's my tractor? Over there. Kill. I don't know. I know it's up here somewhere. Where I crashed into the tree. Yes, I wanted the lime, not the friggin' roller. Stop doing this to me. Just had the error and remove water. Yeah. There we go. Yep, that's right. I was trying to affect the buildings as the rock destruction water. Yeah. Yeah, so for the minute we're going to have to stick with trying to remember what the different icons are if you're not using that, so... Yes, you're trying to, and you're doing a friggin' good job of it. You're talking far too quickly today. Oh... I'm getting as bad as Dave. Keep missing chat comments. Right, I'll keep this out anyway for the moment. We'll pop you there. Let's get this guy... Actually, I'll probably do it myself, really. Liming. Hopefully that's not going to be in the way. But yeah, I need to start putting some of my equipment away once the seeding is finished. Here we go, come on. Actually, another thing as well, just out of interest, has anybody tried out the firefighter outfit yet? I had a look at it and thought, yeah, no, thank you very much, and ended up putting the Valtra one on outfit instead. I should have really gone for the not the it was the Valtra. I should have gone for the Fent stuff. Just out of interest, can I do it while I'm in tractor? I should be able to wardrobe. Yeah, so I've ended up looking like that at the minute. But is there a Fent one thinking about it? It's like, what in the heck is the point in that? There's that. Dev Ultra Massey. Yeah, it's like that one. Like, why? What's the purpose of this one? And this one? That's not too bad. The Volvo one is not too bad. But yeah, that I think is pointless. At least with that one, you've got the chance or the option of riding a horse safely. Obviously, your forestry one. Still not quite sure what that's for. I know it's like a cowboy outfit, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know on some of these. It's like that as well. I suppose that's more for what your manure slurry herbicide handling. I have no idea. But yeah, let's go back to that Valtra one. See, I'm in an hour because I've seen the Massey Ferguson one and I like that as well. I'll stick on there. Select. Oh, jeez. It's like, it's getting ridiculous. I'm kind of now waiting for, obviously, this also mentioned the other day is obviously there's no train conductor outfit as well. It's like, really? Come on, Giants, you've got trains on the map, on some of your base game maps, or all of them, really. And no conductor outfit there. Maybe one of those could be adapted to it. Maybe the ones with the dungarees. I have no idea. But yeah, I haven't done the outfit. No, okay. You've tried the firefighter truck, and actually, a cat from a tree. Oh, you've saved a cat from a tree. Oh, Mr. Ghost, you're terrible. Out of interest, have you tried it on this map, or was it a different map, like the base game map, Ghost? I know when that was originally released, some people tried it and they had issues. And I was just wondering if they're still having issues with it or not. Because obviously this map doesn't have any vehicle splines on it, so that could be an issue.
One thing I'm interested in, Billy, is it says in it that you can create custom scenarios too, and I'm wondering when that gets released, what people are going to do with it. Because if you can create custom, that would be another add-on to the game, but it has to be done the right way.
Yeah. And obviously, if it was, just say if, hypothetically, if it was added to Canyon Crossing, would any of you be interested in using it? That's another thing as well. I doubt it will, or maybe even a future PV map. Would you be interested in trying that out for 22? Personally, I'm not sure myself. Obviously, I know in real life things like combines, equipment can catch on fire, bales can catch on fire, stuff like that. But would I want to stop seeding a field just to go save a cat out of a tree? I don't know personally. The horse outfit is hilarious. Is it? Oh, did I miss it? Oh, horse, horse, horse. Which one's the horse? This class, class. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is like what? That's very futuristic. That's more of a playing on another planet type one. Come on, Billy. Thought you were a bigger animal lover than that. Yeah, oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I can kind of see the appeal of it, but whether I'd really want to do it, I don't know. But yeah, like Vortex, at the minute I've got no interest in that sort of thing. Right, let's drop you down. Actually, let's drop that time now, because it's now mid-afternoon. Oh, jeez. Oop, too far. And yeah, all that morning haze has finally disappeared with all my messing around. I don't know. I'm waiting for maybe a spaceman's outfit next. Oh, spaceman. Oh, you know what I forgot? Does anybody realise what I forgot to do? I just realised I forgot to repurchase the soil. There we go. And actually coming into here, let me just save that one sec. It doesn't have anything to do with farming. I know. However, saying that, Mr. Bodine, I was speaking to somebody the other day who's a farmer, and actually they do volunteer as firemen in their spare time, so I can see where it can come into the game a little, but yeah, I'm not sure really. But there we go. So yeah, there, that will confirm it for any of you guys wanting to create some more cranberries or rice fields. The ponds do, look at that score already, wow, have the correct soil type, that silty clay, which is needed to get maximum on your crop. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, that's a nice score. But obviously, I'm going to carry on doing this anyway for the minute. And obviously, I do need to take a quick break shortly. So that's kind of cool, Mr. Dave. Thank you very, very, very much, dude. You're amazing. Now get your butt out of Ark and play the game a bit more. Only kidding. I see him up there. There we go. Right then. How about playing a good game of soccer? Really? I absolutely... Actually, depending on what soccer you're on about. Obviously, if it's a game of soccer where you have to get kitted out and stuff like that, yeah, no, I'll pass. Now, if it was something like skid steer soccer, that I would be interested in trying out. Because obviously, on previous DashNet maps in the past, obviously 19, 17, and possibly before that, maybe I'm not sure how far back it goes. He did create a large skid steer soccer stadium where you had like a giant ball and you had to try and score. I think that'd be kind of fun. European football. Nah, yeah, I don't do football. I'm a very boring person, to be honest, when it comes to sports. I really am. If it was for charity, then maybe I'd try. But yeah, I think what it is when I was obviously in school, I was never very, very good at it. I usually ended up even in like defence or even in goal. I don't know why they put me there. I'm freaking useless at football. But yeah, didn't like it that much, to be honest. Right, let's turn this back on. Let's reset that. There we go. An open server to play on. No, unfortunately, I'm currently playing on a single player there. I don't really do servers that often, never really liked them, but yeah, I do know that Mr. Yosho Hin, if you guys haven't checked him out, is actually doing a multi-server at the minute, or a cross-play server at the minute, on the New Zelonka map. He's absolutely loving it. If you haven't gone over and checked him out, he's on YouTube, he's on Twitch. Obviously the last few days he has streamed a little bit more than normal, which is quite nice to see him. But yeah, go over and yeah, you may be able to help him out. Old grandfather Billy is the... It's not that I'm too old for soccer, I just don't like it personally. Hobbies. Never liked it. To be honest, sports has never been my forte. Stick me on a computer now when I was in school and I could write programs left, right and centre pretty quickly. But yeah, I was never very good at the physical side of things. Badminton, now there is a game I could get into. I know it's not something most people would associate with actually sports, but yeah, I did really well in badminton. Swimming, yeah, no thank you very much. After being chucked into a pool, I kind of end up with a fear of swimming. And even to today, I still tend to try and veer away from going to the sea and stuff. Which is daft considering I fish as well. But yeah. Even hockey, thinking about, that was another game we used to play when I was in school. Hockey. And yeah, never got my head into it. Obviously, I always ended up being right at the back or sat on the bench somewhere. So, yeah. He's more interested in Minecraft. To be honest, yeah. If I had the option to play Minecraft or soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, I would definitely go with Minecraft. And I think, yep, I definitely would do a lot better in it. But yes, you're very welcome there, Ari. And yeah, sorry, yeah, I don't really do servers and multiplayers. I don't carry the football either, but I can see it being big on a community server. Yeah, that is something where it would come in very useful. And I do know there's a lot of soccer games out there already, so yeah, go play them. We're we're very much alike. Really cool. Yeah. Um, Cricket. That was one I did try as well when I was in school. I don't know. That's another one that would definitely be up in maybe my top 5 sports. Obviously, badminton being the top, tennis, hockey would be well down the bottom. I'm trying to think of what other sports we did. Da-da. God, now you make me think back to my school days. Jeez. Football, hockey, cricket, maybe 4th or 5th. Anything running wise, really hard running, yeah, no thanks. Obviously, there's a reason I don't have a camera, let's put it that way. No, I've always been quite big all my life, so there was a time when I was doing a lot of cycling though. That actually I lost a lot of weight, but over the last few years, especially with COVID and staying in, I've kind of piled it back on, should we say, which isn't good. I really need to actually start doing some proper exercise. Otherwise, I'm not going to be here around too long. I don't know. One of these years, I'll definitely look into getting like some proper exercise going. Oh, my grandfather Billy is really old. Yeah, I do feel really old some days, Oppies. I
Thanks for
really,
the
really do.
raid.
And Mr. Grits Fan raiding with a party of 1. How you doing, Mr. Grits Fan? How was your stream? And obviously, if you guys are not following Mr. Grits Fan, click on his link, give him a follow. Obviously, he is doing a restart on PV Canyon Crossing, from what I understand. So go over there, give him a follow, catch him when he does go live, guys. And obviously, if you can say hi while you're there, and it will definitely lift people's spirits, which is kind of cool. Right then, it is just for fun, enjoying some memento work soccer board. That's cool. Oh right, yeah, okay. They actually got a working soccer field, huh? I might have to have a look into that. Oh, I can't actually because it's logged in on the map. Oh, I was kind of debating on whether to convert over the old skid steer football or soccer stadium that Dave did, because obviously that kind of worked with the display, obviously setting up the ball and all that as well. It'd be tricky, but possibly doable actually. And to be honest, I've never really seen it actually working, so. Now, obviously, if you ever watch Dajnet's loading start screen for his streams, he has it kind of featured in there. So yeah, maybe one of these days we'll try and figure something out with that. Here we go. Alrighty, let's see. I also like motorsports. Um, actually, yep. Like things like the old motorbikes, car races. Okay, I've not watched a lot of them. Obviously, in the past, I did used to have them on most weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays. These days, not really. Thank you so much. Oh, you're very, very welcome there, Mr. Grits fan. Thankfully, got it done in time just before me having to obviously go live. I actually ended up getting the actual program and having a look myself, so that did help. But yeah, glad you got it sorted out, sir. But there we go. But yeah, once I've got this done, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. Just go grab a fresh drink, stretch my legs, and other things. And yeah, there we go. Then we can get on to the next part of getting some of this seeded. Yeah, I think for the rest of the stream, what I'll probably focus on is obviously those parsnips and seeing if I can get that front tank to take as well when seeding, because 32 litres is not big enough, that's for sure. If it does work, I might even look into getting a bigger capacity version one set up for the bigger fields. Because at the minute, to be honest, I don't mind using those 6-metre implements. Obviously, when it comes to the seeders, though, that is where the big issue is. Having to obviously constantly stop and start and stop and start just to refill the friggin' thing. But if it works on with the front tank, I might look into doing a quick edit of one. I doubt it would be the horse, but I'll probably have a look in game actually. Let's have a look. Under the seeders, let's have a look. So maybe something like the Coon, possibly. Obviously that's part of the DLC, so couldn't really edit that. Anything under planters is usually something, maybe something like this Lemkin actually, as well. Obviously that'd be quite easy to add colours so it matches in as well. So there is options. There is options. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to actually the next farm sim now. Obviously, if it has the Zalonka map, it would be quite nice if that was a 4x sized one. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Stevie edited the Vadistad planter. Alright, okay. Yeah, obviously you could add it in direct to any of your seeders and planters. Yep, you could do it that way. It's a real simple edit from the looks of it. Obviously on this map there's carrots already, so you could just literally go in, add beetroot and parsnip as an individual fill type. I'm trying to think what the actual category is for that. Let me see. Because I know some people have it set to come in with the categories. Let me see. I think it was that one. Let's go into parsnip. Obviously, in the base game, just so you guys are aware, all of the information for the carrots, the red beet, and the parsnips as a fill type, really, or crop, is actually already in the base game, so you can actually find the information if you know where to look, and that's literally what I'm looking at the minute. Let's see. So yeah, what you could do, actually I'll show you as well. Let me close that one sec. Let me go to the desktop quickly. So, if I come into Canyon Crossing and find Hex Cedar, that one. Let's try this one. So, obviously, I have on my Trello the Amazon Cedar. Now, obviously, one way you could do it, if you scroll down the XML, what you want to look for is, first of all, the fill units. Obviously, what you could do is edit any of these if you wanted to any capacity. But what you can do with this line right here, line 477, this is a little bit of modding. How you doing there, Cowboy Mikes? Obviously, base game usually has seed, fruit types, categories or something like that to start off with. And it'll just basically have like your seeder and you can have your planter in there. But what you can also add in, if you wanted to, is planter small to that line as well. Actually, if I bring up the base game one just a sec to show you. So Amazon, what is that? This Citan 15, that thing there. So I'll show you the base game one. Hopefully that's got it set up correctly. Obviously I've edited mine to do it individual crops. So right here, so there you go. So this is what you want to look for. So seed, fruit type categories. Then obviously it'll have sowing machine and planter or something like that. All you literally have to do is have this 3 items in there. So sowing machine, space, planter or whatever it is. Look for a base game planter and just grab it from there. Do the space, put that in there, and then obviously just add in planter underscore small, and that should do all of those crops easily, because obviously parsnips, carrots and the red beets are all under the planter small category, as you can see right there. Obviously you've got top lifter harvester as well. That's interesting. That would be an easy way of making a different harvester. But yeah, all of this is in the base game, so obviously if you guys are not aware, obviously it is all registered here into each of the maps. Obviously it's going to be going into your bulk category, your train wagon, your shovel, your vegetables, and your top lifter harvester. Obviously that's the new category being added there. For them, obviously sound for parsnips, most of these have the carrot fill. But yeah, it's kind of cool how they've done it. And it'd be interesting to see if they do something similar to this in the future to add other things in, like other crops, other maybe even animals and stuff like that into the game. That would be quite nice. But let's get this finished off, and then yeah, I will take my quick break. Let's go onto that screen in a sec. I'm doing good getting to. Oh, getting to head to work in a few. Oh, you're getting ready to head to work. All right, yeah. Yeah, the Kansas DLC for ATS will be released on November the 30th. Very cool. Actually, that's another game that I haven't played in a long time. Is American Truck Simulator. It's been about 2 years since I actually played it properly. Maybe one of these days I'll actually get it installed and loaded up again. I would like to try ETS too at some point. Obviously it's very similar, but obviously that's based over this side of the map in obviously Europe. And obviously that's roughly where I am, and the nice thing is I get to see Southampton, which is where I live. Obviously I know most of you already know, so yep. And obviously if you've played Euro Truck Simulator 2, you've probably had a contract to come over here or delivery, so yeah. I know I think it was Mr. Viking streamed it a few times, and there's a few other guys out there that I know as well. But yeah, hopefully you have a great day at work, Mr. Cowboy Mike, and it's nice to see you, bud. While I think about it. And obviously, if you are not following Cowboy Mike's, make sure to click on that link and give him a follow, guys. Obviously, he does Farm Sim, ATS, and a lot of different games, so go over and check him out when you can. Let's see if I can get this little patch right here. Hopefully I can. Tiny, tiny little strip. Look at that. Banging. But yeah, obviously at some point I do want to get some trees around this pond area. But obviously I do want to keep an access area into the pond and that. Because obviously I've got auto drive running. Obviously the clay from here. There we go. So I need to access that. So we'll see. Right, so let's get this back. And I'll take a quick break. That's cool about Kansas. I'm looking forward to Missouri, which is your home state. Ah, right, Thomas, cool. Yeah, I think they've still got quite a bit of America to do. But yeah, we'll have to see what comes out and when. And who knows, keep an eye on some of these streams as well. Not mine in particular, but SGA streams and obviously anybody else. Because obviously some may or may not get early access. So, yeah. She's not been too bad, Mr. Grits fan. Thanks for asking. Whatever was wrong with her on Monday seems to have cleared up. Maybe she had something a little bit dodgy to eat. I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, she is feeling better. She's been popping pills left, right, and centre. The worst thing is obviously she gets a lot of like acid reflux as well. So that could have been part and parcel of it. Righty, so let's go drop this guy off. And I've got to top him up first, ready for the next field, whenever that might be. I think I've got to pop over and check my corn seeder as well. I noticed he stopped, he may need topped back up though. There we go. And yes, it was you. Yeah, I thought it was. Because I know you even messaged me, Viking, as well, to say that for me to put the kettle on. So oh, stop, 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 stop. Let's top you up while I'm here. There we go. That is fine. That is done and dusted, as I like to say. I'll clean it later on, but I'll just park it out here for the minute. There we go. Let's think. Right, so what I'm going to do quickly is take a quick break, and I will be right back. There is a stomach bug going around the worldwide. Have you played the new map yet, Billy? Oh, okay, so that is possibly maybe it was a stomach bug then. I don't know. And no, I haven't loaded it up yet. I've been a little bit busy with this one, to be honest. But yeah, I am going to be checking it out next week. Obviously, on this map though, we do have all the equipment on here from the premium, which we will be checking out. I wanted that tractor there. Obviously, these two fields were set up specifically for doing at least the parsnips and the red beet. Also, got the red beets in that field right there. And obviously, this next one is going to be the parsnips. So, let's see if we can get this filled up. And I'll set it off and see how it gets on. Obviously, one thing I do need to still do is come in and fertilise the fields, but hopefully it's pretty much there already. Let's get you unfolded. We'll open the front up and see if it'll work or not. I'm hoping it will, but you never know. Right, so I'll fill that up. And obviously while that's filling, let's change that to parsnips. Now I know some people have been asking what the heck is a parsnip. It looks just like a carrot. It's kind of like a carrot. Visually, yes, but taste-wise, no. It is actually really hard to describe, actually. I find it a bit of a peppery type of flavour. Quite nice when roasted and sweet. Very sweet. Maybe drizzle a bit of honey on it. It's really quite nice actually. Have it for your like your Sunday roast or Christmas or something like that. It's quite a nice addition. Right, so let's see. I'll set this off. Obviously, I'll take my quick break and see just what it's like. So turn you on. We'll lower you. Similar to turnip view. Yeah, thereabouts. So hired helper. Fingers crossed. Hey, Mamadou, I will be right back. I'm really sorry. I need to take a quick break. But yeah, I will be back in a couple. But there is Mr. Matt here anyway, if you guys want to chat to him as well.
Well, I'm not that entertaining mostly, so.
Oh, you're fine. But yeah, if you guys are not following Mamadou, click on the link, give her a follow. Be right back.
Hmm.
And I'm back, peeps. Ready then, let's see how he's doing. He's still going, that's kind of cool. We'll see how long this guy goes for. And, oh, thank you very much for there, Mr. Viking. But yeah, how you doing there, Miss Mamadou? Hopefully you're doing well today. But yeah, if you guys are not following Mamadou, please click on that link, give her a follow. Well, she was doing a bit of ranch sim yesterday, farming simulator as well. She's actually playing on this map. She's working on building some, I think it's the glue factory at the minute, as well as a bridge. So yeah, she's very, very busy. But you definitely go over and check her out. Doing good today. Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Not too bad. I've now got my legs nicely stretched. I've got a hot coffee thanks to my daughter. Bless her cotton socks. She actually made one for me. Oh,
Hey Billy, I'm gonna have to check out for a little bit. I gotta do a video conference with some stuff for my daughter, so I'll try to get back on later when I can.
Alright,
Have
thanks
fun.
for popping in. See you later, mate. There we go. So, what I might just do is leave him on for the minute, see how he goes. Hopefully this should be more than enough to do this whole field. So yeah, just want to show you actually what I've been doing. So yeah, I cleared this little area in the corner here. It's still a work in progress. So this is going to be for using the premium equipment and obviously storing it and stuff down here. What I may end up doing is getting some more trees planted just to go along the cliff face there. Obviously, I don't, and maybe put a fence down. Don't know yet. We'll see. One thing I was actually considering doing is obviously you've got a whole load of new productions with it, where we're going to be using the carrots, the red beet, and obviously other products, the parsnips. So I might even set up a small production area down here just for those stuff to check them out, see what they're like. But yeah, that's something to work on later on. But yeah, eventually I want to sort of clear most of these trees and maybe utilise the land a little bit better. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably end up cutting it initially and then, I don't know, after that. We'll have to wait and see. But it's a good sized area down here. But lots of trees to clear, bushes to get rid of. But that's going to be the fun part. At some point I do still need to get in and obviously clear my fish triggers. Obviously they're getting, should be full by now. Actually, while I think about it, I need to check on my desert stuff. Do I have point tab 2? There we go. Good, good. See if I've got any more of these spawned out. Yeah, oh geez, look at that. I actually cleared this the other day and already I've got 3 pallets spawned out. Whoops. Just on that one alone. And almost halfway to getting obviously a 4th. So that's going to be the same with the one down here. At some point I do want to get in and obviously purchase some more of the desert so I can get some more of these placed down. Yep, so 1, 2, 3 more there. Obviously I need to get some more of these pipes in as well. So yeah, that is going to be fun. But yeah, the more rain you have on your map, the more of these are going to produce. So bear that in mind. If you have a dry summer, a dry year I should say, you're not going to be producing as much, so keep that in mind. But that's kind of cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's doing really well. But even the pump jack is lowering down, so at some point it is going to need to be replaced. So bear that in mind. So keep a good stock set to the side for these. But yeah, Shy Wizard's done an amazing job on that, animations and stuff. I love it. Maybe one day I'll be as good as him. I'm just watching that. It's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah. It's sort of like a nodding donkey. Anyway, so yeah, I'll get that cleared up at some point. But what I can do, if I can find my truck and a trailer, let's see. Oh, I'm still on him. You'll do. So let's use auto drive to go up to the desert and get them. I think I put it under mining, is it? Desert there. So you can go do that. One less thing to worry about. Okay, so at some point I need to get into you. You're finished, so I do need to get the edges done. I always notice whatever seeder I use when using the hired helper, there's always that little bit as they turn around that gets missed, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Here we go. Doop doop doo. There we go. But yeah, once this is done, what I'll do is get it topped back up, and then I'll make a start on planting some, probably cranberries this time on that one. It's a nice new field, so I should get a good yield back on that. I still need to get down into the bogs and get them planted. So, very busy at the minute. Obviously, if I can get most of this done today and tomorrow, obviously I may look into doing an early Zalonka look through on Friday stream. Obviously it's going to be a 2-hour stream, so it's a nice one to just get started. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do what Yosho did. I'm not going to do like a farm manager or anything like that. I'm just going to go in on a new farmer and just have equipment there and just get going, I think. But yeah, obviously any guys that have played, there's a Lonka map. Any points and tips on playing it when first starting out would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, one thing I am going to do is I'm not going to cheat any money in or have any silly loan mods. It's literally going to be I'll probably have easy dev in there just to fly around if need be to show the map off if have to. But yeah, it's literally going to be using all the base game equipment, and God help me please. It'll be fun. Right then, I'm getting down by the docks on the central farm, cleared up, to see how much acreage I have. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. So that would be the forestry area and the bush area, I'm guessing, down by that silo. So you're probably down this area here at the minute. It's a pretty good sized area actually to expand 45. As you can see, I've literally cleared all the bushes and that from there. Even just that one little area gave a good sized field. Now, obviously, one thing is the landscaping is sort of up, down, left, right, here, there, and everywhere, but it is workable. Obviously, you could even expand over into the forest here if you wanted to. I've tried to keep most of it there, really, but yeah. Actually, I don't even own that bottom part of the forest yet. It's the upper part. It's mental. Actually, yeah. I use this tractor. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll finish off the rolling on that other field first of all. And then I can get the roller onto this field. Okay. I think that actually looks okay from that. So let's take you up. So obviously I did a headland on this side, and then I just set the hired helper off, so he should have been okay on turns up around here. And looking at it, I'm not seeing any white spots. That's the main things to look for, is also those little lime spots. But that looks like he did a pretty good job on this end, so that's good. Good, I like it, I like it, I like it. Nice, okay, so that is fine. I'm pretty sure this should do the rice and cranberry. So that's the rice, that's the cranberry there. So he's ready. I could technically just put a higher helper on, but I think I'll do it myself later. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Obviously, I'll figure out what I'm going to be putting into 40. I'll come back to you in a sec. I want to check on you. Yeah, so I do need to get a seed hopper over there at some point before it gets too far on. Ooh, 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 ooh. I've got one right down the road from there. Let me. Where's my little farm here? Dude, oh, there he is. And you've got the lime in you, so let's take you off. I need the seed one, which is the end. And this guy can drive it up to that field, that's fine. Once he's there, I can then get him going again. But yeah, I want to get one of these for my main farm as well. Obviously, one thing is the pipe is that little bit longer, so it makes life a bit easier when loading in. So it's kind of cool. Obviously, one thing I did do is up the capacity to, yeah, as you can see, a little bit higher, 100,000 so liters. Right. Let's see, what number was that? 35. Okay, that makes life a little bit easier, so we can use auto drive for that. So come into here, there. Let's close that. I want the field 35 and drive. But yeah, at some point I do need to get in here and obviously get it drained, which I could technically do in a minute. Hey, Farmer Marks, how's it going, bud? Actually, while I'm down here, might as well. Obviously, if you haven't seen this with the bogs, I know some people may or may not have already seen it, but obviously these bogs, the water level can be dropped down. So, just a quick one. Obviously, you will need to own at least a field, or if not all of them, and plot 100. Now, on plot 100, just over there, there is this little sand heap that piles up. What you can do is pick some of that up, bring it over to this trigger at the top of the waterfall, and load it into the trigger. And what that will basically do is, over the space of maybe 10-20 minutes or so, the water level is then going to drop down, allowing you to harvest, do your ploughing, your seeding, stuff like that. Obviously, that's one thing I do need to do now. Now, it doesn't really take too much. I may need to actually refill this. Oh, might have enough, might have enough. Am I going to overfill? Oh, just enough. Look at that. A little bit left over. 16 litres, really. But obviously, that little barrier stops the water technically from carrying on and then allows it to drop. Obviously, I'll come back later on and get this sorted out. But for the moment, let me get this guy sorted out. He's still going, so... And he's done a lot more, so yeah. So there you go, guys. That confirms it. So if you have a seed hopper on the front, it in essence increases the capacity overall, allowing you to carry on seeding, so you don't have to keep stop start to refill just that back piece. So get the hopper on the front, and you should be fine. So that is kind of cool. I know by now, if it was the carrot, not the carrot, the red beet field, I would have had to have refilled at least twice already, so that's kind of cool, if not more actually. I like it, so that's good to know. Right, let's get in here, because this is what I was going to do. But yeah, even using some of this small equipment on a big map like this can work. You just got to think the right way around it. Right, so let's get you set up, because I'm terrible at keeping straight roads or rows. So let's do that. There we go. Oh, Mr. Grits fan, are you still out there, buddy? I hope you are, sir. I hope you haven't walked away, because I've got something for you. I was lurking a little while earlier before chatting in your chat earlier. I noticed when you were turning in the field. I'm hoping you're there. I wanted to tell you something. Please be there. Now, I might as well tell it. He may be there lurking, I don't know. Listening, playing at the same time like most of you guys. But if you're using guidance steering, obviously if you turn in the field, one thing you can do is rotate your lines. Now sometimes when the lines don't marry up to where your tractor is, so if I stop there for a sec, you can actually do it with Alt End, so the END end key will rotate it. Now obviously, if say for instance you wanted it to line up with the side of the field there, obviously you can do Alt up and down to move it left and right. But if you also do Alt, hold the Alt key down and Home, the HOME key, if you go forward a little bit, it'll automatically center it to your tractor. Then also from there, you just hit the Alt X to lock it in and then carry on as normal. Obviously, the only reason I wanted to mention that is obviously like I mentioned, I was in Grits fans stream earlier, and obviously he was sort of going around the field harvesting, doing a contract, and obviously he was doing the alt up and down to realign it. Just do the alt and home, and it will centralize it to your combine. Obviously from there you can then just adjust it slightly to the left or the right. Makes life a little bit simpler, and at some point I do need to get some fuel into this thing. So you guys don't see it because the Giant's partner is in the way, but I'm getting quite low with this little tractor. But yeah, obviously that new little farm area, I'm focusing on using voucher tractors there. Each tractor I'm getting, I'm going to try and use a different colour. So currently I think I've got the red and a blue set up. Obviously this particular one will probably emigrate over there. Now that I've obviously got a Dootsvar for doing the animals. So yeah, this will be going over there at some point. May even use this on the harvester, just to save a little bit of dosh. So there we go. So obviously rotate that. So obviously that was Alt End to rotate it, Alt Home to centralize it with your tractor, and then just lock it off, and then carry on. There we go. Makes life that little bit faster and simpler. But I'm really hoping that's going to grow in time. Let's see something. Hops, hops, hops. Hops, hops, hops. There. See, oh, I could technically place the rest down still to bring them back. I might try that after the stream. I might see if I can get the rest of those rows put back. That's interesting. I wonder. It might work. It might work, guys. It might work. Just means they're going to be on the other half of the harvest months. Right, so what field was that? 39. Okay. I'm going to try something in a minute. Field. What did I say? 29, wasn't it? 39. Nope. 39. There we go. V X C. Yes, I've still kept obviously the exotic oils up here for the minute. I haven't gotten around to activating it, but maybe one day. Right, so while he's doing that, let me just see. So construction, productions, orchards, and hops. Now there was a bit of a gap there. Yeah, it's really weird how that didn't start growing straight away with the rest of them. So let's put these back down a minute. But yeah, if you have an issue with your hops not growing, maybe look to delete one, or just the one, and on each row, and it should kick them back in, because it looks like mine have kicked back in, so we'll see. I may end up removing them all again, I don't know yet. But yeah, that is looking how it should be. Let's grab that. See, that is going to need to be sorted out. Has that been deleted, or is that one there? It looks like there's one missing just in there. Let's see, distance too small, but I can put it in there, that's fine. Da, 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 da. And obviously with the hops, obviously the hops equipment pack on the in-game mod hub is going to be needed for this. So for any of you noobs out there, oh, wrong row, I want the other one. There we go. Da, 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 da. It's hard to believe I did all this just, what was it, last year or the year before? Had to delete them all because obviously the update kind of messed them around, and I'm having to do it again now. But, oh, let's see if I can get it hooked onto the right one. There we go. Where's that? I was thinking maybe the sawmill and storage down by the dock area. That's a good idea, actually, yeah. That is a good idea. I'm guessing, do you mean the Elm Creek sawmill? That would definitely look good quite down there. Even if you were using, say, like the Platinum Edition, like the shingle factory and stuff, maybe you make a little production area there. That'd be kind of cool, Mr. Rusty Nail. Obviously, once you've removed those trees, you could either create a field, like the orchards. Yeah, there we go. It is an option. Obviously, Mr. Dashnet, obviously, that's one thing as well. Think about it, obviously, Mr. Dashnet in this area here, obviously he's taken some of the trees away, created orchards there. Obviously, he's now emigrated all the way up to the top farm here. Obviously, I'm going to be trying to keep most of the trees there myself. I'm just going to be mainly using this area as a farmyard for the vehicles, obviously, for this area at the top of the corner, which is going to be mainly like my wheat, my barley, oats, grain crops, in other words, up here. I think that's a cool idea, and it looks like he's done, so let's jump over here. Because this is going to take quite... Oh, he's done quite a bit already, actually. Okay, that's not too bad then. Billy, what was the mod you mentioned earlier that gave the lure? Oh, one sec, Bodine. It's like the fill type name mod. Fruit type, maybe? Where the heck is it? FS22. I'm trying to find it in my little list. Oh, cruds. Yeah, there you go. So show fill type name. That's it. Thanks, Ghost. Mod. I need to make a note of that. Yeah, I don't know if Viking's still out there actually. Maybe it's something to temporarily add to the list. Obviously, it does work on the map, but obviously currently it does throw Lua errors and stuff off of it. Hopefully they'll get an update to it at some point. I was thinking maybe, or maybe the orchard. Yeah, that is a good idea. Obviously, it's utilising that area. Me personally, I'm trying to keep a lot of the forestry as I can. Obviously, I am taking out trees where I want to. So, right. Let's turn that off because I keep forgetting that friggin' fast runs on. Thanks. Got to check to see if I have it. Okay. Obviously, I don't know if there's any others out there, Bodine, that are causing any edge. That's the only one I've found so far. But yeah, if any of you guys do have any mods that seem to have been broken, please let us know as well so we can make a note of it. Because obviously somebody else may be running that mod and have the same issues. There we go. Yeah, obviously, hopefully they're going to do an update at some point for it, so and get that fixed. But yeah, I like it because obviously it does add in the name of the product, which is quite nice. Just in the bottom right corner there. There we go. So you should be good to go now for a little bit longer. Actually, that should finish off the rest of that field. I do need, from the looks of it, just to do a little run across the top. Righty. So. Where is my little tractor gone? Doopy 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 ooh ooh. But yeah, I need to figure out what I want to really put into 40. Oh, there you are. And you are filled up. Okay, then I can take back you and get rid of that. But yeah, this is literally what I did. Was it last week? I ended up coming through and placing all these fully grown spruce trees to make a nice little avenue on either side of the road there. It's quite nice, I like it. Kind of wish I'd maybe put them back a little bit, but that's not too bad overall. Oop, still the odd bit of stuttering, but it's not too bad. Normally I'll probably get a message later from somebody saying, oh, you still get the stuttering, it must be something else. I have no idea. I did what he asked me to. I cleared out my caches and stuff, and yeah, kept the latest one. Oh well, it is what it is. Anyway. But yeah, this is quite nice actually. Quite nice. I'm liking how it's sort of coming together. And obviously using those flat racks as well, guys, if you've got them, are great for picking up wool and obviously cashmere, obviously especially the cashmere because it produces literally from the pretty much set go once you get the animals in there. But yeah, at some point I do need to go whiz through my animals, make sure that they're all topped up. Right, what we got? So we've got one doing the corn, that's that one. We've got the home. Oh, I didn't turn the homer off. Dang it. And then the parsnips. Yeah, the parsnip dude's still going, so that's good. I like it, so that is definitely working well. Yeah, on the in-game mod hub there is those bigger sapling pallets. It's in a mod. It's quite nice actually. Has one that has around about 300 odd saplings in it, so that is going to keep me going for quite some time. Obviously, one thing to bear in mind when trees are grown, they are going to cause you frame rate issues as well, so bear that in mind. There we are. Yeah, it'd be nice if they had a different texture between seeded and obviously rolling. Oh yeah, it's gonna be hard to tell what's what here. But oh well, it's fine. Mr. Hired Helper can do his job pretty well, usually most times. Come on, up there, go on, you can do it, you can do it. Now obviously that's one thing as well, because obviously, do you need to roll the parsnips in the red beets? I doubtful, but I don't know. It doesn't actually state about doing it on the farm sim um, tutorials there, academy thing. So I'm guessing not. And also, because obviously they have the ridges, potatoes have ridges as well, and they're planted, so I'm guessing potatoes don't need it either. But yeah, some people say, yeah, you do. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. I don't know. I've never, to be honest, I've never rolled after planting the potatoes either. So I'm going to keep that in mind, I guess. No rolling root crops. Really. Let's turn that off. And there we go. Mr. Hired Helper, you can do that. But yeah, I'm just sort of babbling on now. I am sorry. I will shut up. Actually, let me get this going first of all, because I really need to get this sorted out. Right then, I rolled them on the New Sri Lanka map, but couldn't see anything on the field as a bonus. Okay. Yeah. And I don't think it even mentioned. Yeah, I don't think it mentioned anything on the tutorials for it. Let's have a look a sec. Desktop. Obviously, this is what I'm going to be looking at. Obviously, it's the tutorials. So let's just go with the parsnips for the minute. Da, 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 da. Yeah, tractor with a weight. You need a subsoiler. You need your, oh, excuse me, planter and seeds. You need fertilizer spreader with fertilizer and lime. Um, you'll need a hoe for obviously getting rid of your weeds. Then your specialized harvester and a trailer. So yeah, it doesn't actually state that you have to go through and roll the fields afterwards. So, so you got your subsoiling, your ridge creating, then obviously planting, fertilizing lime, weeding. I like the look of that, to be honest. I very rarely use these mechanical weeders. It's usually just herbicide. So maybe one of these days I'll try that out. But yeah, there's nothing in there about rolling the fields for the root crops. Just out of interest, while I'm here, let's have a look. Potatoes. Do, 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 do. See, it's basically all set up the same as potatoes, and obviously they don't get rolled either. Okay. What about your sugar beets? Now, obviously, sugar beets are just used with a normal planter. See, that's what gets me. None of them state about using a roller. Let's see in here. So this is your normal grains. So this is going to be like your wheat, your barley, and all that, and all the oats, sorghum, and all that. Try to see there. Yeah, even on there, there's no mention of having to roll your fields. Cultivate sowing. Obviously, some crops do get a yield increase, like your canola, you got your fertilizing, weeds, harvesting, selling. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Let's see. Grass and soil rolling. Let's have a look at this a minute. You don't have to. Yeah, I know, but sometimes it is. I think sometimes you do get a bit of a yield boost, don't you, with it, like 5% in some cases. There's two different types of rollers in game. Shop. And obviously, I've always, for most crops, tried to roll them. Um, potatoes, potatoes I've never done. Carrots I have. But obviously with the parsnips and the new red beets, I'm probably not going to do it. So regular rollers are used after sowing when the field is already cultivated, um, and the seeds are in the soil. Excuse me. With a roller, you condense the soil, therefore increase the quality and the yield by 2.5%. Okay. Obviously, stones left in the field can cause damage to your machines. Obviously, seeding machines can manage small blah 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 blah. But yeah. I suppose where root crops do get quite a high yield off of them, I guess rolling is just a daft thing to do with them. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So potatoes, carrots, red beets, parsnips, obviously ones that create those little ridges. I'm probably not going to look at rolling them, but obviously everything else I will do. So that's something to bear in mind. So technically what I'm doing right now. Can we use the new crops on any map? Yes, you can. Now obviously some maps may need a little bit of an update from the map creator, but yeah, the DLC itself will add them in automatically. So yeah, very little needs to be done, just maybe a little bit tweaking here and there. But yeah, you should be able to load up pretty much any map that you are playing on and be able to use those new crops. There we go. Obviously this one just needed a few tweaks here and there by Mr. Dajnet, which is obviously, this is Canyon Crossing, if you're not aware. Just to add in, allow it to be completely user error warning free. Alright then, let's get this filled up. And then I can get this set back to get unloaded. Right. Tarp off. I'll cover. But yeah, for some weird reason, recently I've just gotten into using these little telehandlers for picking up mining materials. I have no idea why. Maybe it's because they're a little bit cheaper than obviously those big Volvos. I love the Volvos though, wheel loaders. They're great. Right, so while you're doing that, let me jump over here, get you going. I think that just crops that are sown with a seeder are the only ones that need rolled. Okay, in real life. Yeah. So, it sounds about right, Bodine. It really does. You know, Mr. Dashing all the way back to FS15. Holy heck. That's going back some. But yeah, cool. So that's before rivers, so PV15. That's cool. That is very, very cool. There's not many people around, from what I understand, who've been around that long. It's kind of nice to see some of you guys coming back and obviously sticking around. It's cool. There we go. Make sure I sort my screens out so I can see what's going on. Go. Are you set up? You are. Good. Let's rotate that. Has it been removed? Holy heck. Actually, I did see there's one or two other mods that's actually been removed from the mod hub because of mod conflicts. So, oh, I hope it comes back. I really, really do. Unless you guys know of another mod that adds in the fill type name. Oh man, some of this stuff is hard to tell what it is. Obviously, I've always got the F1 menu there where I can see occasionally what the crop is. Or fill type. That's fine there. Right then, if I had the money, I would get the new DLC. Yeah, it's only around about 20 bucks. It's quite cheap actually. Um, what is it currently? I did say earlier, but I can't remember now. Obviously, I had it yeah, 20 bucks US. So not that expensive, but yeah, obviously if you ain't got a lot of dosh, it is a hard one. Obviously, I've used my Twitch money to pay for it. But who knows, one day I might become a special like Mr. Dajnet and that, and become like a Twitch partner or something, I don't know, and get extra privileges to early access. Wouldn't that be nice, guys, wouldn't it? Obviously, the only thing that I seem to keep slipping on is obviously I think it's like the unique chatters. Obviously, you need something like 75, and I get around about 30 odd. But yeah, obviously, I love you guys for sticking around, lurking out there. I do the same as well in a lot of streams, so yeah, maybe one of these days I'll have a little bit more chatters. But yeah, the hours are fine, everything else is fine. So. Really special on. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Viking. You really, really are too kind in your words. Alright, I started playing FS22 because of this map. I also started playing Fishing Planet because of the community. Yeah, that's the thing about this in-game alliance, guys. A lot of them play a lot of different games, like say for instance Mr. Wheels and Ryan Kane 99 17 or whatever it is. They play a lot of like things like Escape from Tarkov type games. Also, Mr. Wheels has been doing City Skylines 2 recently. But yeah, they do Fishing Planet, Farming Simulator, American Truck Simulator. Obviously, Ark is the big one at the minute. Ark Survival Ascended, that's the big game at the minute. Obviously, because we do have Mr. Big Daddy, who's part of the Sim Game Alliance. Obviously, he actually works for Fishing Planet themselves. And obviously that's where the Fishing Planet then comes in and out and in and out. Obviously they're doing a lot of competitions and stuff at the minute. And also we do have a SGA team. Hopefully Dave does want to start trying to get into doing some more of these competitions. So if you are a member or you want to be a member of the Fishing Planet team, contact Mr. Dave, because obviously he is looking to maybe pull some people out, add some of you new guys in. I know, I think it was it Thomas? I can't remember who it was now the other day. It was, I think, recently added, so it's kind of cool. And obviously, me personally, I've been playing Farm Sim for the most part. Fishing Planet, obviously another one as well that's really big at the minute is obviously Satisfactory. Obviously you got the update 8 release yesterday, wasn't it? The same day as Farm Sim. It's like, holy heck, all these new things are being dropped all at the same time. It's mad. But obviously Mr. Darius is big into that as well. I know NBC's doing a lot of Satisfactory at the minute, so yeah, it really gets people pulled into these games. I'm still not sure about Wreckfest. I know it's a nice thing, but it gets a little bit boring after a while, in my opinion. So that's why I haven't really played it. I've got it. I just need to re-download it if I wanted to play it. But yeah, a lot of great games being shown off from the community, and it's nice that you guys are being able to come in to do like the multiplayers and play like Fishing Planet and stuff like that. So it's really kind of cool. And obviously Dave's got the server up at the minute, which is was actually given to him by one of you guys. It's really kind of cool. Really, really is kind of cool for Ark, and obviously you guys can join in, and as long as you don't mess around, like be a complete idiot, I think any of the servers you'll be able to get on. Ooh, that's going to be a fun part. Well, that's where I started, isn't it? Righty, so let's see if I can find a decent line to start off with and just end up going up and down, up and down. Obviously, you've got the Valtra over there going back and forth, doing a really good job of it. Right. At some point, I do need to get into my sugarcane field and get that fertilised. I ended up going through, killed all the weeds off, so that's pretty sorted for now. But yeah, I'm playing a lot of Fishing Planet. Obviously, this time around, I've gone from, what was it? I think it was around about level 15 I started. This time, or this year, I'm now up to level 40, which I achieved yesterday. Obviously, the last, what, 5 or 6 levels, it's all been sturgeon fishing, so yeah. And let me just jump back a sec, because I was just rabbit on there, so yeah. And I'm not special in any way, Mr. Viking, I just, yeah, try my best. Yes, Jay will empty your wallet fast without yeah, I know! Oh, but yeah, that's, to be honest, they are pretty good games at the end of the day. And it does open you up as well to new games to try, so even if you can find like demos of games as well, that's another cool way of seeing a game. Actually, I still want to try that it's one like Satisfactories in Space that Dave's done. I want to try that out at some point. And also on my wish list, but we'll see. Obviously, currently I want to get Ark. That is my next game that I want to get into. Obviously, I've played a little bit of the original one on the phone, though. Obviously, my daughter has done it, the actual PC version, during some streams on a Saturday when she was doing that. So, Astral Colony, that's the one, thank you. But yeah, and obviously Acid Burn, obviously thank you very much for obviously the server that Dave's and I are working on, or playing on, it's cool. Oh, sorry about that. Had a cough fit there a sec. Oh, that's not good. But yeah, who knows? A future game for me is definitely going to be Ark to try out. Oh, that's not good. Yakking too much, I'm losing my voice now. If only. One sec. There we go. Sorry about that, I just had to get that out of my throat, whatever it was. I had a big lump in my throat and it just tied it and I couldn't hardly talk. So yeah, bit of a coughing fit. Drink. Yeah, sorted. Right then, so going back to Thomas, I wasn't playing Dashnet maps for a while because I didn't have the mod for the switcher or know about the Trello boards. Yeah. So that, obviously that is the way of getting it. And obviously, the nice thing is, obviously, one thing that I always do is I upload all of my streams to, obviously, my YouTube channel for any of you guys. Obviously, if you've got any questions during the streams, I try and answer them as quickly as possible and truthfully. But obviously, you can obviously watch the streams back, obviously on Twitch here, or on my YouTube channel at any time. Obviously, I do have a couple of tutorial videos over there set up for a few things that may help you guys out. So yeah, it's one thing to always keep an eye on. I was looking to be added to Fishing Planet team. Oh, that's it, Rusty Nail as well. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully I know Dave's looking at the current people, if they're not playing, and obviously this is something for you guys who are currently in the list. If you do not show up, ever really, Dave will just basically remove you and add somebody who deserves to be on there. So yeah, bear that in mind if you're lurking out there and currently on the SGA Fishing Planet team. Obviously, I have no quarrels myself about giving up my slot. I've even mentioned it a couple of times. If Dave wanted to remove me and add one of you guys, he's more than welcome to. Obviously, my biggest issue is obviously the time difference when obviously Dave's doing a lot of these competitions and such, it's quite late for me. Obviously Tuesdays I can't do because I'm usually cooking at the time, so it's, yeah, really annoying and hard for me. But yeah, if Dave, if you're there listening, you're more than welcome to replace me with Rusty Nail or somebody else who can get in there regularly. But yeah, City Skylines 2 is not a game that really tickles my fancy, to be honest. I've tried obviously I've been watching Mr. Wheels 24/7, streaming it, and yeah, nah, I just can't get my head into that's for sure. So, oh, Rusty, now is that area above the central farm? Yes, it's literally the pond above the central farm. So you got obviously central farm here. You got 39, 52, and then it's this pond right here. Basically, what I did before I started streaming, I drained it using a tanker. And then I've obviously gone through, I've just ploughed it up, and as you can see, I'm now creating basically a replica of the bog fields that you can do your rice and your cranberry in. But yeah, all of the ponds around the map, these bigger ones, do have that silty clay soil type if you're using precision farming to be able to plant them in there and get the max yield out of it. So yeah, but obviously make sure you do not plough up this clay mound. So I've just literally come around and missed that and just made a nice little field. So hopefully I'll get a good yield off of this, add it to what I've got down in the bogs. Once that's been obviously seeded and sorted out later on. But yeah, it should be pretty good. We'll find out. But yeah, cranberry is one of the ones that does seem to, for me personally, yield a little bit lower than the rice. Obviously I'm using a lot of the cranberry in Heartland breads currently. To make the breads. So I need plenty of it. There we go, so let's get you spun round. Actually I need to get into some of these fields and get the weeds taken care of at some point. Obviously not right now because I'm seeding and talking to you guys hopefully. So yeah, let's see. I seen that you leveled up. I started this surgeon grind. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a fun one, that's for sure. The nice thing is, obviously, with the sturgeons with Fishing Planet is you do get a good amount of money back on it. Obviously, once you do start leveling up those later levels, I think from 35 really, it's been a bit of a right grind. The last few ones, but yeah, definitely worth it to get your bank balance right up there in the game. I've only have about 1,000 credits left after going to some. I made up to 10,000 plus credits. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's just catching the white sturgeons. Yep, and that's pretty much all I've done. I have actually the last couple of days been doing I can't think of which point it is, but it's up near the dam on that map. It's like the top spawn point, and yeah, it's kind of getting like basses and stuff there, and that silly Streamlabs bot is a pain. You put ASS instead of just as. That's how funny my freaking chat bot is. Yeah, but yeah, you're fine. Oops, I'm not paying attention here. Right, obviously I am using the hopper on the front, so one thing you do have to do is reactivate it just to start taking from that front if you're doing it yourself. A hired helper should take it automatically without needing to restart, so yeah. Yeah, my chatbot is a little bit more sensitive to most at times. But yeah, where was it? Arc right now. Yeah, maybe one day. I'm sure it was a little bit cheaper as well, that arc. Before, I'm sure it's gone up again. Hey Billy. are your storage sheds only for Canyon Crossing, or can I use them on other maps as well? At the minute, they are only for this map because of obviously a lot of the products that are in there on this map, and yeah, to be honest, it's the only map I play. I could possibly make one for another map, but it'd be a little bit of extra work. But yeah, no worries. But things like, for example, coming in here, storage. Things like the general storage. That could be technically used on another map if you wanted to. Wonder why that's so white on top. Looks like something's missing there. I have to check that, make sure it's right. So yeah, obviously, another thing as well. I do know some people have mentioned about the capacity doesn't seem to be hitting the 5,000 pallets in there. So that's something I do need to look into. But yeah, that could technically go onto another map. The only thing is, it may not show in the category. It may be set to a default category. That's the only thing. Barrel logistics, no. That one definitely not, because it's obviously you'd need a map that has all the same field types. So yeah, but yeah, apart from obviously that one, you could probably use it on another map. But yeah, I could easily go in and maybe set up something similar to that. I don't know. I really don't like the way the Giants did their storages, to be honest. I wonder if you could do like a field type category for a storage type. See, now that would be really helpful. So then the storage itself would read from the categories rather than the individual field types. Probably not. Might have to have a play around with that actually. Yeah, that could possibly work with one of those sheds. Obviously, this general shed, the way it's basically set up is similar to a silo with a pallet spawner on it. So I wonder if it was to be set to, like, say, field type categories product. Might have to look into that. That's an interesting idea there, Mr. Thomas. We'll have to have a little play and see if I can come up with one that will work on any map. Does it make life a little bit simpler on these maps as well? You wouldn't have to keep editing the friggin' thing. Just set it with a really high capacity and go from there. Yeah, because technically it'd be similar to how the Hispano modding and the 82 Studio mods are set up, but rather than it being like a trailer or a container or whatever, it'd just be a simple placeable. Dang you old tech, making me think. But yeah, that would be very useful. And obviously there is the giant storages as well, the base game ones that you could technically use on any map. They'll accept pretty much any product. Now obviously the only issue with that is it lists every single pallet. That's the only problem. Silos. Is it silos? Pretty sure it's silos. There's a large storage. Where the heck are you? Pumps and hoses. Oh, there it is right there. So yeah, this one right here. Obviously that will accept any product and bales. Hmm. See, that's another thing I've never actually used is this thing, the hayloft. I've seen it on a few people's maps, but I've never actually used it. Obviously, the big thing with this one, obviously, it only stores loose, not the bales. I just saw a new Satisfactory mod manager was released today. Oh, cool! So, yep, that means that mods are coming to back to Satisfactory. Mr. NBC Masterdad will be happy with that. Cool. Actually, the main ones I'm really waiting for before I actually do a proper run through on Satisfactory again is a decent capacity mod, or like your personal storage type thing. Because I hate running back and forth just to get more products. Rather grab a load and go. There's that and the fix it farming. I love that. It was kind of a cool idea. On one of my previous save games, I've actually got an entire, what was it, about either 8 or 10 story high factory set up just to do all the fix it farming stuff. And that's only up to doing, oh, what was the other part? It wasn't even making the actual, like the, oh, what is it, the cakes and stuff, or the pies. I'd only just literally got started onto that, and that was on a new building. Ugh, that was a lot of work. But I like that mod. Yeah, once that comes out, if it comes out, I'll definitely be jumping back into Satisfactory to do that. But yeah, it's nice that update 8 is now on the out for you guys properly, so you can get in and enjoy it. Obviously, I've still got mine on experimental, so very, very cool. But yeah, I don't know if any of you guys actually caught NBC's stream yesterday. Obviously, he was showing off his current save game in Satisfactory. I briefly caught a little bit before going to bed myself, and he actually created like a walkway to find the edge of the map. But in addition, he also went vertically up as well. He created like a staircase going up and up and up just to try and find that ceiling top. And my god, it took him like ages, it seemed like, to get up to the top. But only a couple of minutes to slide back down, so yeah. You caught some of the beginning as well, did you? Okay. But yeah, but it is kind of interesting that obviously using a different engine can give you so much additional space. And to be honest, your frame rates are so freaking high on that game. It's ridiculous compared to like this one. But yeah. I know he mentioned, was it last week, that he's obviously tried getting back into farming simulator but just can't do it. Is yeah, totally understandable. Just completely burnt out on farm sim. And I'm thinking I need to really top this back up soon. Eeps. On the New Sri Lanka map, we don't have any silos for the new root crops. Do we have any on PBCC now that we have carrots before? So I know on here. So let's see, come in here in the storages. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Nope, it's under normal ones. Silos. Mr. X-Man does have obviously the bulk storage, which will accept the carrots. Obviously, it would need an update to add in obviously the two new crops. Um, but I do know with the Giants, the way they've done it, I think obviously with the way some of those harvesters are running, you need obviously the pallets or the crates, don't you? So you may have to store up with these little vegetable pallets. Obviously, I mentioned it to Mr. Yosho yesterday about storing them in there and then stack them when and just use them as when needed. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to access these and up the capacities a bit, eh? Maybe next time around. Just have it, just have any for it time. Okay, good to know. But yeah, you could use that or look to editing a. Actually, that's another thing as well you could do is edit a silo and create one maybe yourself. It's an idea, it's a nice easy one. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, the products are actually in the base game, so yeah, to get the exact name, just go for it. That'd be a lot of pallets on the map. Yeah, exactly, bad for your performance, exactly. Now, just out of interest, now, I know with the giants, a lot of these giants buildings, they should be adding in the occlusion column. Let's see, let's grab one of you. Obviously, what that is basically the buildings come up blue. So yeah, so whatever's in those buildings will not actually draw in until those doors are open. So what you could technically do is maybe use one of these sheds to stack them up and do it that way. As far as I'm aware, the pallets at the moment are not auto-loadable. Obviously, I'm just going off of what like Big Daddy tried the other day. I don't know if the script's been updated yet. So it is an idea. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's do a little quick test because obviously I am going to be using them eventually. So let's stick you on a hired helper just to finish. Oh, I can't because I'm controlling it. Let me grab some of those pallets just to do a quick test. So pallets, come into crates. We'll just grab the one. That's interesting. You cannot lease these. I noticed on some of the pallets you can lease them. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? You're in the way. What do I have nearby? Good question. Let's turn that off. What do I have nearby that auto loads? Good question. Let me grab my little truck. There we go. Let's go find out, hey? Let's grab one of my little flatbeds up here. We'll use one of the base game ones, so that black one right there. It's a very nice DLC, the premium. Yeah! Obviously, like I said, I'll probably at least, depending on how quickly I can get most of this seating and the field work sorted out on here, I may actually start doing it on Friday and probably next week as well, showing the map off and trying that out myself. But yeah, it is a lovely map, but yeah, it's just too small for in my opinion. But let's have a little look. It may be that those crates are just set up slightly different to normal. Now let's have a look. So let's get this opened up. Filter, full omni. So if I want to change that to any. Any type, any filter. That should be okay. Material types also, that should be good. So technically it should auto-load. It's maybe that Mr. Big Daddy's just not been playing the game enough to understand what to change. We can of course also just buy one of the two factories. Yep, you could do that as well. So let's have a little look. Let's see. So empty palette. Obviously, you can see what it's set to. Control. It will auto load. So yeah, if you have a trailer with the UAL, it will load just like that. Ta-da! Woohoo! So that is going to make life a lot easier for picking them up off the field. That was one thing I was worried about. Obviously, where Mr. Big Daddy was actually picking them up with a front loader, I was thinking, oh crap, myself. Okay, I'm not too bad when it comes to forks, but yeah, that is going to make life a lot easier. So yeah, if you are using the harvesters, so let me think. If I come into here, I definitely know that this one here, so the DeWolf GCCI, or 1, whatever it is, single row will obviously load 4 direct onto it. And yeah, so you can have 4 of those crates on there, they fill, and then they obviously unload, and you can actually buy them on the machine, so you don't have to keep going back to the store to get more. Um, I know there was another one, but I can't think of which one it is now. For some reason, I'm thinking it's one of these profis. Let's see. See, I'd almost say that one, actually, looking at it. Because obviously this little pipe here looks like it would go into a crate to unload. So yeah, it could be that one. But yeah, have a little play around. Obviously, I know I'm going to be playing around with these a lot more. Might be that one as well. Because obviously I'm looking at obviously the pipe on the back here, so that gives an indication of having a unload on into like a crate or something. But yeah, definitely that the big one right there. I will definitely be using that. So yeah, but that's cool. At least I've got at least one crate already loaded, ready for when I get harvesting. So, but the thing is, oh, I just had an idea or thought. Now, obviously, that says a vegetable pallet or vegetables pallet. What vegetables can actually go into them? Obviously, we know that the carrots, the red beet, and the parsnips definitely should, because obviously it come through from giants. Now, can you store your sugar beets in there? Can you do your potatoes as well? Stuff like that. Mm. Not sure there, Mr. Ghost. How are we doing for time? It's a little bit over, so what I could technically do is I'm going to save and do a quick test, because I do need to get off. I'm going to crash it. Let's do a quick test and find out, shall we? And obviously this will be the last thing for the stream. Obviously I will be back normal Friday. Whether I'll be on here, I don't know yet. Hopefully I'll get everything sorted out the rest of today and tomorrow, so I can get onto the Zelonka map. While I'm here, I'm going to actually turn off you. Right then, so P, let's find a Giants storage. But that is a, oh, helps if I go into the right one, so silos. But yeah, that is a good point. Will they go into the Giants ones? Bump, pump that there. Let's turn that off. Do I have super strength on? No. Now this might not go in as it's an empty pallet, but we'll see. I might be able to fill it up somehow. I don't know. Let's have a look. It did go in, and there it is right at the back. So yes, they will go in, at least empty anyway. So let's grab another. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We'll grab one more. We'll buy that. And I don't think I've got anything to fill it up with, but let's grab a wheel. What has a bucket on it already? If anything, nothing. Typical. Let's grab a telehandler, whichever one. You'll do. I'll buy you. We'll grab one of my buckets because it's got a little bit bigger capacity for the telehandler. Obviously, it's on my Trello as well, guys, if you're interested. Too full. Let's go with a bit bigger. 5, 10. That would be about right. And I should be able to fill that. That's right, Mr. Ghost. That is the whole point of these little streams, to try and be a little bit more informative. And the nice thing is it's the end of my stream time anyway, so that's fine. Right, so let's come in here. That one. Let's see. Oh heck, let's go that way. So we're looking for either parsnips or red beets. Oh, there's. Oh, yeah. Do parsnips or the red beet, because obviously carrot could already be in there. Red beet, I just went past it. Fill 10,000, and just like magic, it's there already. Hopefully, I don't miss. But yeah, this is a good little test just to see. So obviously, an empty pallet does go into it. And hopefully, I'm hitting that. Yes, I am. Thank Crepes for that. There we go. So we got one full pallet of 2,000 litres of red beet. Let's give it a little bit more space. Doopy-doopy-doo. And yep, that goes in as well. So that is very, very cool. And as you can see, I do have a vegetable pallet, which is an empty one. Oh, actually, you can't really see it because of the Giants thing, but a pallet of red beets, 2,000 litres. So yes, these Giants ones will accept, obviously, the new pallet. So that is very, very cool. So there you go. Question answered. So very, very cool. Yeah, obviously that's good to know. That is very, very good to know. Obviously, if obviously there's Dave's edited version. Obviously, that's what, 1,000 pallets worth. So you could even try that. What tractor are you using in the game to plough, and what are you using there? So the tractor I usually use there, Mr. Rusty Nail, is either the 900 Vario or the Black Beauty. Occasionally I'll go for the big brother of that and get the 10,000 series. Obviously it's got that little bit more horsepower. It's quite a nice tractor overall. But yeah, that's what I usually use for ploughing and stuff. And what am I using there? And obviously this is just a telehandler. This base game just to test it out. It's the Fairson, whatever you want to pronounce it. But yeah, obviously I'm going to crash the game anyway. But because obviously I don't want that storage there in my area, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to desktop. If it's going to, there we go. Alt F4. Bye bye, Mr. Game. Hopefully, we'll get there in a sec. But yes, guys, anyway, it is time for me to get off. So let me go to the ending screen and get... Oh, heck, where the heck is it? Some credits rolling. Hopefully they're going to work today, so you're not looking at a blank screen again. There we go, cool. So big, huge thank you to all of you guys for coming out. Thanks for, obviously, that last minute question. Yeah, I didn't know, to be honest, but yeah, we do now know. So very, very cool. Obviously, Mr. Grits fan, thank you very much for the raid earlier on. Much appreciated. Obviously, a huge thank you to all the guys who have followed today, for the hats off, for the stretches and the bitties, and oh, you guys are absolutely amazing. But yes, unfortunately, I do need to get off and find someone to raid to. I was kind of hoping Mr. Grits fan would go a bit longer and I would raid over to him, but no. Let's see who's out there. So obviously it's usually SGA members first. And obviously as we were talking about Ark Survival Ascended, there is a SGA member currently streaming it, and obviously that's Surfing Cowboy Gaming. So I think we'll go over there, see what he is up to. Let me mute that so it's not coming through on my stream. Let me copy you a sec. The search and grind. Yeah, you're very, very welcome, and you as well. So, obviously, if you guys had not followed Mr. Surfing Cowboy, there is his link in case you do get lost in the raid. So, let's get this going. So, raid. So, hopefully, by Friday, I'll be able to get over onto this longer map myself and give it a try. If not, I'll be back on Canyon Crossing. So, yeah. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll catch you again soon. Obviously, make sure to catch Mr. Dajnet later on. Obviously, when he streams, I don't know what he's going to be doing. Probably a bit of the server on Ark. So, yeah, go on over and check him out. Catch you later, Mr. KW and everyone else. That's me done for today. Bye.